Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Nothing Left to Do But Win presents Ladies Night, and this is Volume 4. Um, as y'all know, we are an all girls panel, and we just going to jump right into it. But first, I got to bring up one of my favorite people in the entire world. Where you at, Sugar?
Of course, it's me.
How are you, boo?
I'm good. You good?
I'm all right today. I'm okay today.
Oh
Now
my God.
we're gonna be on our best behavior today, right? We're gonna be on our best behavior today, right?
Sure.
Lying ass. But okay, whatever. Um, I still love you anyway. And you know what? It's been such a long time since we've had the chance to converse. None other than my gooch fondling sister. I love you, sugar. Go
Hey,
ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Gooch Landula number 2, aka Kristen Rare Sips. What's up, lady?
Oh my God. And
I
for
thought
those of you that don't
that we
know,
wasn't.
I'm Gooch Fondler number one.
I
And
thought we agreed that we wasn't doing that.
No, we didn't agree to that.
we did not
You
agree to
said
that.
we should not. Um,
Yeah.
You made a
we didn't,
suggestion, and your suggestion is in the box. It's okay. We'll get
yep,
to it.
no, we won't. We will not.
Jesus.
But I love you. Just
I
know
I
that
love
when
you.
she said
love
we're
you
going to be
anyway.
on her best behavior, we're going to be on our best behavior. I'm shaking my head furiously in the background. I promise you.
Are we like talking like nice or bitchy nice?
Well, you know what? We'll just have to wait and see what happens because one thing, one thing I know about Precious Martinez, I love you dearly. You are one of my favorite people in the entire world, but you never know what to expect from that one. You just don't. You get what you get. Um, you get what you get. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what kind of mood she's going to be in. She love you, but she might you you know
Yo, this is not a
might knock
setup
you
for
smooth on the floor. You just never know. But like I said, we love you just the same. You'll always be one of my favorite people in the entire world.
Precious, let me just say that I don't believe her lies. I feel like anybody that's ever been had a reason behind it. That's all I'm thinking
Oh,
in
I
my
didn't say she didn't have a reason. Let's understand that. I never
right.
said she didn't have a reason.
Okay, that's
Um,
all I needed to
but
clarify.
she definitely done it.
Look,
Now,
it's not just out here stabbing season. It's cuffing season.
Halloween
what
is
I
around
will
the
say
corner.
is I know somebody personally that she done walked up on and hit with a pow.
We are not going to discuss that, okay? That
Oh
was a very,
man.
very rare moment.
That was a what?
It was a rare moment, you know?
So we
Yeah.
lying today. It's fine. It's fine. You can lie.
It's
Just
not
give
Sunday
me a
yet,
thumbs
so
up when you're ready. Um, but yeah. So are y'all ready to talk today? I got
yes,
some
yes,
things that I
yes.
would like to talk about.
Absolutely. I'm here for it.
Okay, now this is the one thing that I did not want to talk about. Um, we're not going to spend too much time on Diddy. Whatever he did, he did. I'm over the whole thing. But what I want to know is, I don't know if you all noticed, but as of lately, really, Jaguar Wright been speaking out a lot. Do y'all know who Jaguar Wright is?
Nigga.
Mm,
Okay,
no,
she's
I
been
had
speaking
to
out
come
a
back to
lot.
that conversation.
Now, there's a lot of people that believe her. I am not one of the ones that thinks that you can 100% believe everything she's saying. Because as a healthcare professional who's dealt with psych patients, she exhibits a lot of behaviors of somebody who has psychological issues.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I don't. What do you think?
here's the thing, right?
Mhm.
And Dame Dash was just talking about this, and I never agree with that bald-headed nigga. But
I
this
said
is the
bald-headed nigga.
hey, this is the one time where I have to say Dame Dash is right. Like whether it's a 100%, if in fact a lawsuit was to be filed against her for slander or libel, the things that she's talking about would have to go to court, and they
Mhm.
would have to prove that it's not true. And they're not willing to speak up against her because they know that some of that shit is true, which
Oh, I
means
do believe that.
yeah, which means that all of that shit is true. Like that's the way I look at it. If some of it's true, then it's all true. Fuck it.
Mm,
I think she pick and choosing who she want to exploit. I think she got a lot of bones in her closet, and to ward off people from looking at her. Because let's understand, she was there. She
mhm.
was there.
She
So
was.
instead of her like I'm gonna say not being like involved with it, this is her way of basically keeping herself out the hot spot. But she is in the hot spot because as we all know, as we all seeing it, they getting you, period, left or right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So it's just a matter of time. You just making it more off of you for now doesn't mean it's a lot of papers that ain't been burned or shredded. And I'm pretty sure her name is up there somewhere.
I don't
So
think
this
she have
this
enough
is how I
power
feel.
up there for
Go ahead.
real. She might have been there, but she wasn't doing. Nobody gives a fuck about her. Like, let me just keep it a buck. This is why I said I'm not gonna be on my best behavior. Like, nobody gives a fuck about Jaguar Wright, who sang the hook that Mary J sang first 35 years ago on MTV Live with Jay Z because she had a good voice. Like, nobody's taking away from her
That
talent.
that that part I didn't understand why she had to bring that part up. Like as she telling truth, she slant like she really putting down a lot of people because quote unquote things didn't come to her as easy or it got snatched from her. But I looked at her past
This is what I'm saying, Presh. Like, if in fact, okay, so let's make the situation amongst us common people, not in the entertainment industry. If I'm
Mhm.
sitting around with my kid's father and my kid's father start lying about some shit that he did to me, I'm gonna tell the truth. And so, and therefore, if she feels as though she was slighted by these people and she got some shit to say, let her say it. But the fact that nobody is saying no, see, my thing about life, no matter how much money I have, I hate to be lied on. Because even if I'm lying, right? Even if I'm lying, don't lie on me. So if you lying on me, I'm gonna be like, bitch, no, I didn't do that shit. It ain't none of these people said that. Not once. I feel like her, Orlando, and Kanye needed an apology from everybody.
Now,
Look,
okay.
and I know you from Philly, so you probably got real tea on her.
So this is all I have to say about that. Because you talked about nobody suing her, and just give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Um, you know what? I'll save my opinion for last. Hey, Charmaine,
Hello, hello, hello.
how
Did
are
you
you?
do it?
I'm good.
She didn't see it yet. Don't say nothing. She ain't see it.
Hey baby.
See what? What I see? What I ain't
Don't
see?
even worry about it. Don't even
Look,
worry about it, sis.
nah, I ain't
Hey,
about to
look.
do that to her. Look at your name.
I'm gonna fuck him. I'm gonna mess him up.
You see my name, so we just all going down with the ship today.
All
I'll put
right.
my
Well,
what did that just say? Aggressive
what happened to the
accusation?
pegster? What happened to the pegster?
No,
Because
we're
we
not
all
putting
got
that.
crazy names.
Right, Peggy
No,
Bundy.
my name is perfectly fine the way it is. Hey, you
Oh
can
my God.
I love
Lord
it.
have mercy.
Look, Diddy would have loved you, Precious. It's okay.
who?
Diddy, you'd have been his main bitch, fucking a
You would have
whore.
been, yeah, he would love you.
I don't even.
Look at you studying. Look at you studying.
Child,
I'm
listen.
sorry. You know me.
I
I'm
would.
sorry.
I think I'll throw up on some real live.
It's okay.
I
Look,
mean, you know what is what it is. So, Charmaine, you just jumped in. We are talking about Jaguar Wright. Do you think she crazy or do you believe her?
I believe her.
All the way, like fully.
I think there's some parts that she probably exaggerated, But I do believe her, just like we all thought Orlando Brown was crazy.
I just said that, Shy. See, this is
You
like
know,
food.
just like we all said, oh, he is crazy, but a lot of the stuff he said was true. He said Cat Williams was crazy, and a lot of the stuff he said was true. So, I mean, I don't think she's 100% accurate, but I do think there's definitely some truth to what she was saying.
Oh, I don't think she's 100% accurate either.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is I think that she was around and she did see a lot, but I also think she is, because she's on the outside now, she's been pretty much been blackballed, right? So I think now she's not only telling what she know, but she adding 100 on 10. So
Yeah.
for me, it's just like whatever. And my other issue with this, because you know what, speak your truth, whatever. My other issue is if you watched all of these things happen, why are you waiting until now to say something?
Well,
As
see,
far as I'm concerned, if you watched all of this happen and you didn't say a thing, you are just as bad as the rest of the people who knew it happened and didn't say nothing. I just feel like now it's benefiting you for you to be like, yeah, I saw this, that, and the third, and it also gets people talking about you again. So I feel like, girl, go to hell. You should have said something back then. And I've heard people say, well, she was in the industry and what was she supposed to do? The same damn thing she doing now. The same thing.
well, and
She
you
wasn't
gotta
saying
remember,
nothing when she had that Coca-Cola commercial. She wasn't saying nothing when she had when she was doing music with the Roots. She wasn't saying none of that then. So
as a person who tried to get into the music industry, what I will say is we all know that the 90s was a different time. So this is, you're talking about when these things were happening that she's talking about was during the before Me Too. Like it's a lot of people who are not cognizant of their power back then. You know what I mean? So if she feels like now is the time for her platform, because she's been saying it before all this Diddy stuff came out. So let's not make it like she just started saying this now that Diddy's getting in trouble. You see what I'm saying? Like, as far as
remember, we don't know what type of contract was out that she had to sign. We don't know what type of disclosure she had to sign. That's why a lot of people wait and come out, because a lot of them expire like 20 years or something like that. So it could be some of that, because maybe she didn't want to get sued because she don't got the money to get sued. But even her bodyguard spoke out about some of the stuff she was saying.
Okay, so to your point of being sued, to your point of her being sued, let me pull up this video.
So under my Jaguar Wright post, I got a lot of comments about the fact that she's probably telling the truth because nobody has sued her yet. So I got legal advice from my favorite attorney, my father, who practiced criminal law for over 35 years. And from the perspective of an attorney, he was like, there's no valid reason as to why anybody would sue Jaguar Wright. One of the reasons being is that it costs money to sue someone. And Jaguar Wright seemingly doesn't have any assets that would benefit Jay-Z or Beyonce or Diddy or anybody that would be suing her. In addition to that, it would also cost money to serve her a cease and desist, which seemingly does nothing for all the things that she has already said. We've seen in the situation with Cardi B and Tasha K that even though Cardi B sued Tasha K and won, Tasha K had no assets or no money to actually pay the money that she owes Cardi B. And in being sued, she still hasn't stopped running her mouth. And according to my father, from both a legal and a PR perspective, suing someone like Jaguar Wright and other folks like her only bring validity to her statements if it does not affect the person's bottom line. So if it actually affected their livelihood, their ticket sales, merchandise sales, business interactions, investment, then and only then would it make financial sense for those folks to sue Jaguar Wright.
Because here it's weird. Like, I get what she's saying, but the reality is you're not gonna call me a rapist and a woman beater and a pedophile and I don't have nothing to say. Like, fuck the lawsuits, right?
What's that, defamation of character or something like that, right? Like,
correct. Like,
messing
we all know you can sue somebody for billions of dollars and never get paid. Like, the court don't do nothing to enforce the actual act of suit. But The same platform she on is the same platform they could go on and say fuck that bitch. The same way, what's his name? Buck from Star and Buck back in the day cussed her the fuck out because he's not having it. Bitch, don't come on here with no fake ass stories. I will put my foot in your ass. That works. And so therefore, if he can do that, knowing that she's friends with Star, and say you're not gonna come and talk about my brother, why is it the rest of everybody saying it? Like the lawsuits and all of that is cool, but crazy is relative, and I feel like she has a point, and what she is saying is coming out. So it gives it validity, even if it isn't all the way 100% true.
And to be fair, I do think that some of what she's saying is true. I do. But I just, like I said, I feel like she adding 100 on 10, and I don't think that everything she's saying is true. And that's what makes it hard to believe her.
Right.
For me.
You gotta understand, everybody gonna believe the worst before they believe the good part of it. And the way it got set up for her to actually sit down on somebody's platform to speak this is Diddy had to get in trouble in order for her to talk this talk. That was the only way. She wasn't going to pop out.
She's been speaking for a couple years now before he.
And I get that. But who was actually listening? Now everybody listening, but who was actually listening in? In order for people to actually understand or hear what she's saying now, Diddy had to get in trouble. She was speaking about this shit before. Why it take years now? Why she on every podcast, every FYP timeline, all of that? But she wasn't in no fucking Vogue magazine with this shit. She wasn't in none of them fucking magazines from back in the day when she was talking this shit. Like I said, Diddy had to get in trouble in order for her shit to actually, for people to be like, oh, okay, she right. They wasn't believing her. They wasn't believing her 5 years ago.
She was legit on the Piers Morgan show.
Mm-hmm. That's how far
the Piers Morgan show. I was like, excuse me?
And he was just as set up with her as he was with Kanye. That shit was hilarious. Let me just say that. Because he was fed up with her ass. So I get what you're saying, but the reality is no matter when she said it, because that first interview that she did on the blue couch with the silver background had a couple million views. So people were hearing it. I feel like what you're talking about is more so a problem in our community. Uncle JoJo's touching the kids, but don't leave the kids around him, but don't get Uncle JoJo in trouble. It's what we saw when they started talking about this stuff. And it's fucking sad, bro.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to that, because one thing that I would never do, because I would hate when people say that, oh, Uncle so-and-so was coming over, you got to change your clothes. No, if I got to change my clothes because Uncle so-and-so was coming over, Uncle so-and-so don't need to be coming over here.
Right.
And that is, I've never understood that, even as a kid. If we have to, because when you're doing that, you put the responsibility on me not to tempt a grown man. So I've never understood.
So is that the only way you look at it, as a temptation? You don't look at it, because I do that with my daughters. My brother, if somebody's coming over and she's walking around the house with like a t-shirt on, and she's comfortable in the house. I don't. If the brother's about to come over, even though that's her uncle, go put some clothes on. Not because he's looking at her in a sexual way or nothing like that, but just like, as she get older, I want her to know you don't need to walk around half naked when people come around, or, so you only look at that from a perspective of a sexualization thing. You don't look at it from a perspective of
being
a little girl. That's a grown man. You don't want to,
So I do understand that, but from my personal experience, it's always been because he's coming over, not because you need to be appropriate. It was never said, but it was always understood. When certain people came around, you had to either leave the room or change your clothes. And it wasn't because grown people are talking. It wasn't because, we knew what it was. Nobody ever said it out loud. But
Lord, show off is here, y'all. Jesus.
Well, he do what he do. We do.
But my dad, all three of my fathers was like this. They never ever, or my mom's, they never ever said go put some clothes on or go change your clothes or nothing. My father's was bent on, you can't be around my kids, you can't come in my house.
That part.
Period. There's no, you can't come over for cookouts. You're not coming to use the bathroom. Like there never has been a time ever that my parents had to say, go change your clothes. But it was family members that probably was like that. But my parents did one thing. My fathers didn't play that shit at all. And Sheeta, you met my dad.
I did.
My dad didn't play that.
Your parents also was probably raising you to be appropriate. And so it wasn't when you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready is basically what I'm saying. You know
like,
what I mean?
Like it was my older sister told me a story where they went to church and it was one of the deacons, and one of the deacons was like, "Oh, you can come sit on my lap." My father was like, "I don't care if you're a man of God, you don't ever talk to my daughter like that." And I was telling my sister like, "What?" She was like, "Listen, our fathers did not play. Even the boys couldn't sit on a lady lap. Like our parents did not play that shit." And for some reason, and then as I got older, my dad would talk to me like, "Yo, when you have kids, you got to be more like your sixth sense pops in, so you automatically know who you want around your kid and who you don't." So it was never like we never had that conversation. But I always knew certain people didn't come around until I was like of age, like 16, 17. That's when I was like, who? Oh, your cousin. What?
Right.
Because let me tell you what I do know about the people in church. Everybody in church ain't right. As somebody who grew up in church, what I can tell you is everybody in church ain't right, and everybody is not in church for the same reason. So just because y'all in church praising and worshiping the Lord, don't mean a thing. The same rules apply outside, inside.
Let me tell you, my stepfather was an international archbishop, so I was around all types of deacons, pastors, preachers, everything. Let me tell you, those men hollered at me more than any other men before.
Yeah.
Like they are perverts. They are what they wife the first lady saying right there. Can I take you out?
Them preachers and them PKs is something different, honey.
They're disgusting. They are disgusting.
So
no,
let
this
me
is
tell you something.
I don't know.
Let me tell you something. I was in church one Sunday, and one of the men asked me where my ex was because he hadn't seen him in a while. And I'm like, "You're probably not going to see him because we're not together." Da, 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 da. And he was like, "Oh, that's a shame, whatever, whatever." Now, I have always noticed this man looking at me like all the time because I sing. So when I'm on the platform, he would always stand directly in front of me. So after I told him that, not even it had to, I think it was at the end of service, he said, "You know what? I take a group of boys out and we do things like go fishing and stuff like that." He was like, "So I would love to take your sons out and you can come too." Sir, go to him.
Right.
He still go to your church?
Mm-hmm.
Like you
said
tried.
Why did you answer her?
Right, I feel like
Why did you answer her?
It's the way she said that. It was
We
like
already know what she's thinking. Why did you answer her?
Now my motherfucking kids, you got like all the way fucked up.
Precious.
And I'm trying nice.
And she wonders why that's under her name.
Precious. The way you said that, I heard you think that Oakland gonna disrespect Pop nigga. Like I heard the threat like
Send you to God personally, nigga. Don't play with me.
And
come on, I take a group of boys to the fucking camping. Lord, please.
What?
I'm hot. What am I saying?
My question would have been, honestly, why haven't you asked for my boys to go before now? That would have been
yeah. Or why didn't you ask, since you asked about my ex-husband, why didn't you ask him before he disappeared to take my boys out? Or how about why you ain't ask my father? Don't y'all all go to the same church?
He did ask my father. After he asked me that, he went to my father and was like, I don't have her phone number. Can you give me her phone number? Because I would love to take the boys. My dad was like, no, absolutely not.
Good for
you cannot.
I still like your pops. He cool as shit.
Because one thing
even
about
when
my
he be dissing you, look, even when he be dissing you, he that nigga. I like him.
Even one thing about
I'm going to church with you next Sunday, okay?
He don't play.
I'm going to church with you next Sunday. It's too late for me to come out here tomorrow, but I'm coming to church with you next Sunday.
No, you're not. No, thank you.
I'm gonna text your sister.
Precious.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Well, get his
Absolutely
name
or
and
not.
his license plate number.
No, I'm gonna first of all, I would never disrespect the house of God. I'm just gonna have a calm
No, that's
conversation.
what I
Like,
said. We'll get his name and his license plate number. We not having to go to
yeah,
church.
that's all I want. Oh yeah, just take a picture of that. That's all I need.
I'm on it. Look, you
That's
should have
just let me just give me a picture. You should have told me that.
But yeah, I personally, to go back to the topic, we're gonna just bring it back, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I personally, as a person who has dealt with her own mental health issues, right?
Mhm.
I hate the word crazy. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Because the reality is the Kanye that y'all claim is crazy is the same Kanye that sat up on that nationwide fundraiser for Katrina and said George Bush doesn't like black people. And we
I watched that.
right.
I watched.
Proud of him for telling the truth then. But then when the other truths came out about people that we didn't want to hear it about, then it was a problem and he crazy. He's not crazy. He's just not thinking like y'all. He doesn't feel like he has to be quiet in order for y'all to feel safe.
And to your point, I also think that Kanye might have some mental health issues, and I do think that. I think that
He admits he's
at one
bipolar.
point he was taking medication regularly, and the reason why he started speaking so freely is because he stopped taking that medication, or something happened with his medication to make him just be like, I don't give up.
No, nothing happened with his
No,
and them people
when
in
his mom has
his mother, he said, fuck all of y'all, I'm gonna tell the truth. Because he has admitted to the world that they killed his mother because the surgery that she went and had should not have done what it did to her. And so, and therefore, once y'all fuck with my mom, all bets is off. Like, I don't care what y'all thought.
Every last one of them.
Look, so you know, people always want.
I'm still stuck on that. Like, her passing was swift, and it was like none. You know how to be like it was complications, cardiac arrest, whatever. It was none of that shit. It was just like, oh, Kanye's mother passed away because she went and got a surgery. I'm like, so there wasn't no recovery time. There wasn't no that. It just didn't sit right with me because it wasn't explained all the way or explained right to me. It's weird.
They can't
It's really weird.
They can't explain killing her. And see, here's the thing: like we all know, somewhat. Some of us more than others, because Rashida, you work in the medical industry. We all know that things can go wrong during surgery.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, when there's no explanation, same thing with Kim Porter. How the fuck you went from blunt force trauma to pneumonia and nobody said nothing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just certain things that I feel like people overlook, and those of us who see it and say it get called crazy. When in fact, no, y'all just ain't seeing what I'm seeing. But when the puzzle is all put together and Tupac come back to testify against everybody, then it's a problem.
See, everybody think I'm crazy. I don't think
you know what?
Tupac, bro.
We are not going there with Tupac.
He got the same tooth, my nigga. He got the same tooth.
I don't care. I don't care.
No, we are not.
No, okay. We're gonna call after this. I'm gonna call. Yeah.
Because he got the same tooth. I don't care what nobody say. This nigga came on live and said he was Tupac. So it's amazing to me that the nigga who actually shot you and the nigga who paid to get you shot is now in jail, and then all of a sudden there's somebody that's saying that he's Tupac and he's here. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna.
You know what? We're gonna switch gears completely because we're not going there with you.
Y'all can call me crazy, but it's your Sagittarius friends. It's me and Precious that's gonna always tell you the truth about what it is, because we be seeing shit with a different understanding. I'm so sorry that Jaguar
Let's give it 100. Sagittarius is low-key nerds. We're gonna be searching shit. We see a link, we're gonna pop on another link. We're gonna look.
We're going down that rabbit hole, honey. Look.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. We're not doing this tonight, okay? We're not doing it.
Oh, hold on. I had made a suggestion and it's still stuck in a box. So y'all still chose to do it. So hell yeah, we're doing this.
See what she said.
See, this is why. Let me let y'all understand something. This is why I do this.
Why?
This is exactly why. This is exactly why. That's exactly why. I love you.
I love you.
Woo. What, really? That's how you feel?
She got you out. I knew it. I knew it. Listen,
The world not supposed to see that. Clutching the pearls that I don't got.
baby.
Anyway,
Baby.
anyway,
Can you
I have
can
a
you
question
can you
for
show
y'all.
Off's question before we go? Because I'm laughing.
I'm not going there with him either.
No.
I do want to address that though, but not just yet. We're gonna
Okay.
say that for now. So here's my question: do you think that single fatherhood is more accepted by society than being a single mother?
No.
Hell
Why?
no.
No. If it was,
Hell
there would
no.
be baby changing stations in the men's rooms as well.
Say that again.
And then,
If it was, there would be baby changing stations in the men's rooms as well.
and it'll be way, way, way the same way that single mothers got steps and shit given to them.
Mm-hmm.
They could do the same thing for the father. But at the end of the day, a man's job is to work. So he does it, he's not gonna get help unless he begs for it. And men's pride is something.
Precious, stop fucking
Single
perpetuating
father.
bullshit. It's all of
It's
our jobs
true.
to work.
It's
Bitch, I
true.
work 3 jobs. Look, don't get me started.
Exactly. But the thing is, if you pick up the phone and ask for help, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get it before fucking I can single father. I need a single father. Sweet.
Look, answer.
So, but we're not gonna act like single fathers still can't get government assistance. We're not
They
gonna act like
can.
they still can't get
They
food
can.
stamps and all that good stuff.
They
I know a
can.
lot of men that's on food stamps, and we gonna
Correct.
just and I'm low key mad.
And Medicaid.
And
And
Medicaid.
when they got
And
kids.
especially if they
Andro,
are single fathers.
they call
I
it
do know some
reality.
single fathers who do get help from the state.
Correct.
And they get child support, So
Mhm.
it's
But
just
what
it's not like I think a lot of men though who are single fathers, they don't want to reach out and get that assistance. They rather try to take that shit on the chin and a lot of single fathers do have family to help them. I
well,
will
that's their
say that.
dumbass fault. Look, that's their dumbass fault. Nigga, go get some food stamps. We want some fucking some oatmeal cookies too.
Okay.
They still
Show
get
off is
WIC
in
and
the
everything.
comments. You know what?
Show
I'm
off don't need to be in the comments. This is
sick of
why.
her.
Wait, why you gotta do a question with a question? Just answer the question, show off. Damn. Question: do
And
you
here's
ladies
why
think
I
No,
asked
show
the
sexually
off.
question.
I don't think that. No, show off. I don't think that.
Why he over there? Stop laughing at me, show off.
Wait, what he said?
Look, I think that you are the last person to be wondering who's unfit for real.
He said, do you think society would be better if unfit moms gave custody to the father who are doing better than them? Do you think it's selfish to not give up the child if you're struggling more than your counterpart? If you're struggling and you can't take care of your kid, and if the father say, I want my kid, give them the kid.
Who's
Now
to
it's
say the
different
father
levels
is
to
more
struggling
fit?
though. It's
Right.
different levels to struggling. So just
Struggling
say
and unfit are two different things. Those
right,
are two different things, first
right.
of all.
If I'm unfit, yeah, take the child. But if I'm struggling, if I can still pay my rent, I may fall behind on the light bill a little bit or something like that. So you mean my child should be taken away from me just because I fell behind?
And hold on. If you feel like the mother of your child is struggling in the same household where your child is living, why are you not contributing a little more? Why are you not contributing? And if you are, why are you not contributing a little more?
Especially if
Because
you know
if
she's
the
a good
mother of your
mother.
child gets evicted and is homeless, your child is
Okay, all right. By you saying that, it's a guy that went viral on TikTok, right? His counterpart was struggling. The son lived with the mother, and she was struggling to pay her rent. Rent goes up her rent was going up like every
I
6 months
seen
or some
that.
shit
I
like
know what you're about to
that.
say.
And he paid her rent for a couple of months and put food in the house and everything. The girl that he had at the time, to my understanding, they broke up, got upset with him because he paid the rent for groceries in the house, all that shit. Gave her a couple of dollars for her
And she
pocket and
said
shit
you
like that.
taking it out of our household and
He's
everything like that.
going. He said, and then and then she got mad because he said technically that's my household too because my son is there. I'm never gonna let her not want because my son lived there. That's when she started going crazy. Mind you, this is a girlfriend. This is not a fiance or a wife. Dude, you're just a girlfriend. Like I could drop you off and pick up another one in 15 minutes, like a bus. So
not
he
like
got
a
mad because he like a bus. So
And
thing
not a
is,
bus
she
now.
got upset.
It's a bus. Okay.
So she got upset with him because he basically took care of the house where his son lived at. Because at the end of the day, if my son, his thing, what he say at the end, he said, I can never let my son see a woman struggling, especially his mother. If I'm around, and I got money in my pockets. Like I don't. That's not how I was raised. Just because we not together doesn't mean I'm not gonna make sure she
And that
good.
sounds like she's a
And
struggling
and
mother,
the
not an
final
unfit mother.
the
That's
final
the
part
way
of
they're trying to
that
take the kid.
the final part of that video was him saying, "Well, if I go and get them and bring them here, it's going to take more from us. So which one do you
Oh
want?"
yeah. You seen the video, right?
Shut her the fuck
Mhm.
up, because in reality, she didn't want the responsibility of taking care of that boy full time. She was just worried about whether or not she was gonna get him.
Mhm.
So I'm not
And
worried about. Yeah, I'm not
that
worried
is
about.
exactly why I say, if you are, as a single person with children, are going to date someone and that person is in your child's life, be sure that person likes your child or is
Mm,
okay with your child, because
mm.
it's a lot of women that don't actually like their boyfriend's child. And just like this
They don't
situation,
even like
anytime
kids.
he does something for that child and they feel it takes away from them, they have a problem with it.
Right. And see, so to show off's point, he said they contributed by asking for the full time responsibility to lighten the other parent's load. I appreciate that. Like I would personally, if in fact I knew that my kid's father was stable emotionally and financially, and then he said, "Give me my kids, go ahead and take care of yourself because I'm struggling." Absolutely, but a financial struggle does not unfit me. And I think that a lot of people feel as though a financial struggle makes you unfit as a parent. The other side of this is y'all men act as though the court system doesn't work. You go into court and prove that parent is unfit, you will get your kid regardless. Regardless.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, show off. He gotta go. I don't know. He gotta go. I said this to Chaotic the other day. What came out of me is always going to be more important than what comes in me. Fuck all that. Because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be divorced. These children
What
come from.
happened? What happened if your child doesn't like him? Do you keep him if he's good for the child, and you or get rid of him because your child doesn't like him? First and foremost, you got to break
Look,
it
you
down.
gotta
Like
ask one
you
question at
got
a time,
like
my nigga. One question at a time.
Well, I'll
you.
say this: my
He
child
like
doesn't have
with the fingers,
my
with the
child won't
fingers,
have a
bro.
final say so, but she'll have a voice. I need to understand why don't you like him? If he's
That
good,
Yeah.
and maybe like, oh well, he doesn't let me stay up, or he, some dumb shit. No, girl, go sit down somewhere. But if it's saying something different, then we gonna have to reevaluate that, especially with me having a daughter.
Mhm.
Right,
Especially
right.
with me having a daughter. But kids be mad if they can't get their way. Especially like with me, that's why I'm kind of afraid to date because it's just been me and my daughter for so long. So she is, stuck in certain ways and things like that. If a man comes and say we get serious, we move in, and I'm looking at marriage and stuff, she's gonna have to understand he is gonna set our foundation. I'm gonna maintain that foundation. So if he tell you, I don't put my hand on my child like that, so you're not gonna do that. But if he say, oh, she can't go somewhere because she did X, Y, and Z, I guess you're not going.
Yeah, I guess that depends on the
Yeah.
person in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? But the reality of it is, I know my kids well enough to know when they're just throwing a tantrum because they out of some fucking bullshit, or if they truly
Mhm.
have feelings. You know what I'm saying? And I have adult children as well. So those adult children will come to me on some adult shit like, "Ma, I don't like the way he fucking talks to you." And if I hear him say something again, I'm clock him in his jaw. And then now I got a fucking whole baby boy set up in my kitchen because the nigga and my son is fighting. Like I'm not going through that. You could go home. We can still be cool. We can
But
still
this
be
is why
dating.
you
But go
shouldn't be
home.
introducing your kids so soon to people either. Like, you need to learn that person. Every man or woman that comes around don't need to meet your kid.
Absolutely.
I might not
I
even like
think
your
once
ass in a week. So you think I'm gonna bring my kid around you? No.
I think once you get serious with somebody, and that person got kids, whether you got kids or you don't got kids, once that you get single and the kid is at the age that they understand, you and that kid need to sit down and have a conversation with the parent in the room or without the parent in the room or the parent in another room. Y'all two need to develop y'all own relationship outside of. It's three relationships in the house. You and your significant other and your kid, and then it's up y'all three. They have to sit down like, listen, me and your mom is serious. A man that whoever, me and your mom is getting serious, and over the next whatever time, things is going to be changing. How do you feel? Like, check in with the kid. Because sometimes kids feel left out when you bring somebody new in. So you got to check in with the kid, like, how do you feel? And if the kid tell you how they feel, take it on the chin and be like, you know what? All right, cool. Always, I think everybody that you get with and they got kids, always have a talk with the kid. Always. Because sometimes they feelings, they might not tell their parent. They'll tell you because they have that feeling towards you.
Right.
I honestly think that you should. Especially if
Personally,
especially you got adult kids.
right.
Especially you. Your
Like-
kids is grown.
10 toes down. Look,
Your son is grown. Yeah, so
here's the thing, right? So me personally, I usually get called like Cinderella or something to that effect because I'm cold towards niggas in the beginning. So it takes a long time to even get me to open up to you. Never mind for me to open my home to you. Like, nigga, you can't even come over here to pee. Oh, you gotta pee, go in the back. There's a tree back there. Like, no, you could be waiting for me outside and I'm not letting you. Like, I'm
that
not.
part.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not. So I guess that's the standpoint that I come from. When in reality, like you said, I got grown kids and I got little kids. When I say I know my kids, I know the little kids. I'm getting to know
you're older than me, they grown.
Well, it's not even that they grown, but they've had life experiences outside of me at this point because they was teenagers. One of them went away to college. So I have to get to know them as adults and change. Like, this is kind of what's been going on since my son came home from college, is him expecting me to treat him like I did when I was 12 and then getting thrown off when I treat him like an adult.
I mean, that's actually the reality of it. You're not the same kid. You're not the same kid as you were when you first left for college. You're a grown man now.
Right.
And yes, I will help you get through this weird thing called adulthood, but you're not a kid anymore.
Yeah.
Point blank period.
But I'm gonna let you know.
I basically have two kids in my house right now. Weird as shit. Weird as shit.
Listen, listen, I act like a kid with my parents all the time. My mother don't like it. She be like, at your age. But my dad, he loves it. He was like, oh, my mom.
What?
Like, grow up.
Hold on.
Okay.
You know what?
I like a baby with my dad.
We're not exploring this. Okay. Okay.
I act like a brat with my parents.
Nah, I'm raising white kids, bro. Holla at me later. I'm raising white kids. I'll explain it to you later. Fuck that.
You know what? We're not even going there. We're just going to act like we didn't see it. We're not going there. So I have a question.
Hold on. Nah, because the wolves ain't wolving like they used to wolf back in the day, bro. The wolves is fucking mega werewolves on steroids now. I'm not just throwing my kids out here to fucking Kamala and Trump. Fuck you, bro. Absolutely not.
Okay,
that's fine, but men's is not. No. All I do because they still got to learn how to make decisions as adults. That don't mean nothing. This nigga, he always want to start some. Look, let me calm down. So
we're not going there. We're done with that. We're done with that one.
I'm cool.
Okay, so next time,
I'm mad at the byproducts, bro. I understand the byproducts, and the byproducts are emotionally mature, thinking critically, and trying to get to this bag, not to the jail. See, throwing y'all to the wolves, all of y'all got a record. Even the fucking most tame, whack ass, punk ass, bitch ass niggas got a record because y'all parents thought of y'all as competition instead of children. Fuck you and your bullshit, bro. We can holler at it. Like, come on.
Well, all right.
What's the next question? What's the next topic?
Something that I saw that you posted. Would you date a bisexual man? Look at Kristen's face.
Wait,
I know you ain't gonna argue.
Let me reiterate. Would you date an openly bisexual man? Because if you're from Plainfield, you probably done dated a bisexual man.
Damn.
If you in Atlanta,
from Plainfield.
No.
Listen, Linda.
Wow. She said that out loud.
Well,
so I'm gonna start with you.
And she ain't lying about what she said.
Would you date an openly bisexual man?
You really gonna ask me that question? Go to the next person because y'all already know that fucking answer. Go to the next person. Y'all know that answer. Next, y'all already
We
know.
all should know that answer. But
Exactly. So I don't know
may
what
not
you
know the
asking
answer.
me. What
Hold
you
on.
asking me
Some people may
for?
not know the
I
answer.
almost
Listen,
spit all
hold
over
on.
my computer just
Correct.
now.
Precious, I gotta ask you something though.
Huh?
Is he bisexual if it's a woman? Because I've heard said that if it's a woman doing the giving, it's not gay. So therefore, he's not bisexual. He's just getting jabbed by him.
What? Why y'all asking me these questions? Oh my God, we are live.
Okay,
People
Charmaine.
are watching this.
Look.
I'm just thinking about the smell of shit or something.
No, you won't, because they gotta,
You know
they
what?
got.
Please don't explain that. Please don't. No, thank you. No,
Oh
thank
my
you.
God.
I don't understand the process. Please don't.
Oh,
Please don't do
Precious is
that.
not.
I'm just saying, but to answer your question, I'm sorry, America. I would,
Good for you.
And you know what? That's your
I would,
preference.
I would, I would, I would.
Good for you.
And the way what I'm saying in my head right now, I don't think I can say it live, but
You definitely
baby.
better not. You better not. You better not. Because I know what you're thinking. You better keep it to yourself.
I'm just saying people like to get dog walked too. That's all I'm saying.
Precious,
What? You asked a question.
You're gonna be like, you got a neck.
listen.
Sorry,
We're not doing this today, okay?
Okay.
We're not doing that.
So Precious, again, you say yes. I say no, but here's why. I say no because I'm not willing to give them what they like. If they're bisexual, they like it. And like Shar said, all I can do is the smell. Like I can't even think, regardless of whatever they might have to do, ... I'm cool. So I can't date a bisexual nigga. Like I don't never want to be Cardi B on Instagram talking about I'm not arguing with a nigga that I put fingers in. Like,
All right, so let me ask you a question. You say
But let me.
you gonna date one because he might like what he like, right? So say you was dealing with this man and he said, no, I don't require you to peg, I don't require you to do nothing. I'm just strictly into you right now. Good man and everything. But he has done, played butt darts before. Are you okay with that?
Jesus.
no, ma'am. No ma'am, no spam, no ham, no jam, no
I would.
cheese,
Just asking,
no
just
I
fucking
would.
sniff. No
I
ma'am.
would.
No ma'am. No ma'am, absolutely not. And here's why. Regardless of whatever, once you get a taste for something, there's a whole phrase called acquired taste. He's acquired the taste for it, and I'm just not gonna feed him that. So no, no ma'am. No ma'am. Mm-mm.
I mean,
Precious. Precious.
That's why I sent the picture of them pants to you. That's why I sent the picture with the pants with the zipper in the butt.
I can't go outside and see a nigga with a zipper in his butt.
child, listen.
Precious. And she
So-
was, you know what
so
she said?
it's
She said,
often
yes.
It's often
See?
asked.
Yeah, so
How
I agree with
filthy is
you.
the girls' chat? The conversation that we're having right now should be an indicator of that.
I love it. I love it.
I would like to point out that this is for entertainment purposes only. So I don't know what they're talking about. And you're just gonna get quiet on me. Y'all just got real quiet.
No, I'm right here with you. I'm like, it's just fun.
I love
Business.
you.
Going here for
I love
entertainment
you.
purposes.
This is just for entertainment purposes only.
I'm minding my business. That's all
Our
I'm.
views are not the views of anybody. We just be talking. So please let us talk.
We just listen. We just having good conversation.
But
That's all.
It is.
I
Backpack.
Oh, sorry. I was doing the remix.
This is why Pexter should have been the name because she's too excited right now.
I love it.
I love you, baby.
I love
But I'm
it.
just saying.
I like it.
I know you do.
Jesus.
Yeah, look, and then there we go. Would you date a openly bisexual woman, ladies? Like, let's get we.
I'm not dating a woman at all.
Okay.
I'm not. That's not my thing.
Damn, we ain't that bad.
Right.
Listen, because here's what I know. I live with another woman.
Who?
She's my daughter, but I live with another woman.
Bitch, you ain't thinking about fucking your daughter. Wait a minute.
I couldn't. This is what I'm saying.
No, she's talking about like the
Never
whole.
be in a situation where I deal with another woman because I know how other women are. I know how I am, and I don't ever
Your
want to put
daughter is probably
myself.
like you, so of course you can't see it
And
if
mind
you
your
live with
business.
somebody like her.
And mind your business. Mind your business.
So
We're not
I'm
talking
just
about that.
saying.
Cheetah, I would never date a stud. That's my answer.
What?
I don't want to date a woman who wants to be the worst nigga. These bitches want to be the worst niggas in the hood, and I don't understand it. Somebody explain how all of these studs decided to be the nigga that we all is got babies by and can't fucking stand. Like, how does that work?
Wait, did y'all see it? It was a Facebook post going around about this woman who was a stud, but she decided she didn't want to be a stud anymore, and she became she got married to a man and had children. Like, she changed her whole lifestyle around. She was no longer a stud. She was just a regular heterosexual woman.
Yeah,
I actually know somebody who I went to high school with that did that. All through high school. Straight, I'm like, just straight stud. All of a sudden she got older. I don't know what happened. I don't know what got in her head, but now she married. She be traveling. She's just girly. I'm like, that's not who I'm used to seeing. Like, But
like
hey, everybody can change. It's okay.
I like it for them. Here's the thing, like, but a lot of chicks be sitting around talking about they're the glow up when in actuality they're the downfall. And so she saw a nigga who was a real glow up and left them bitches that was eating off of her to go and eat off of him. I'm not mad at her.
Well then.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Now,
so
if he's a danger, then I'm fucked up with her. But if he's cool and it's good, then yeah, go for it.
So I have another question. Would you knowingly be a side chick?
I have before.
I have
and
before.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was that?
So let me tell you. So when I was one, of course I was younger before my daughter and everything. I was outside,
Yes.
Everybody who knows me know I was dealing with older people and stuff like that. So I normally was, but let me tell you, this man put me through college my first year. He bought my first car. Like at that point, I didn't want a relationship. I was okay. But now, no, never. If I ain't number one, well, I'll come second to your kids. But if I ain't number one, bye.
Cause that part.
Bye. But I was, but at that time it was just for the money. Like, he was giving off money. I didn't have to deal with the headache. He didn't come with me with no problems. It was nothing. It was strictly, all right, we going out. He wanted a trophy on his arm. Here's some money. We chill, this, that, and the third. I'll see you when I see you. Okay?
And as long as it worked out for you,
let me tell you, yes.
Now, me personally, I would never do it knowingly. I found out that I was, and I was just like, no, this ain't for me. It ain't for me, only because I have been in a situation where my man had somebody else. And I'm just like, excuse me? Mm-hmm. So I don't think I could ever do it knowingly. I just don't think I could. I don't see, for me, like, I don't see what the benefit of that would be unless y'all have an understanding.
But you also
everybody honest with each other. If everybody being honest with each other and she cool with it, then
So you gotta remember that you wasn't outside because you was married for a long time.
I was.
So you was married for a long time, so you didn't really understand. There was a prime, especially in Plainfield. Everybody's outside, and where I was from,
it wasn't just in Plainfield. It wasn't just in Plainfield. I knowingly one. I knowingly,
exactly. Like, not trying to.
Yes, the benefits. I'd rather,
They're not an
I
issue.
had, yeah, but having the benefits without the headache, that's exactly what it was. Benefits without the fucking headache. You gotta go home and I don't gotta deal with that.
Until you do. 'Cause
Okay,
these
so
bitches
listen,
love
let
coming
me-
to they love coming to somebody woman to woman and ain't said shit to him yet. Bitch, go talk to your man.
Because
'Cause,
that's
you
the
know,
whole thing. I don't have, if this was my situation, I never made a commitment to you. Why are you talking to me instead of that man? I've never understood that.
But I would never become the girlfriend if I was the side chick. I would
Right.
never become the main girl.
Because that nigga can't be trusted.
Yeah,
Because I have
that
plenty of
shit right
situations where,
there.
like, I'll do X, Y, and Z. I'll leave her. We ain't doing that. That was not a
I
part of the
can't
original
trust
contract.
you.
That was not a part of
Like
that.
nigga, the way we started is the way we're gonna continue. If you want to end it, bye guys, bye bye. Like I said, buzz, 15 minutes.
they
Girl,
All right, so
I didn't have to
let's
do
watch
15
this clip
minutes
real
back
quick.
then. It took.
Let's watch this
It
clip
was
real quick. Let's see if it come up.
I was trying not to take it there. Man, I was over here in my bubble, all quiet, because, baby girl, I hate to say it, but your self-worth is low. And then you had the audacity to come to the microphone. You got the audacity, baby, to come to the microphone and ask us, what is it going to take for you to leave somebody that you knowingly belongs to somebody else? I don't care what that man's status is. And then she also said, but I love him. You love him more than you love yourself, I can tell you that. That's one thing that I do, peep. There is nothing, there is no amount of money, no amount of riches, no amount of nothing for a man to be able to put you in second place. But my problem is I think you put yourself in second place. When we start changing dynamics in relationships, because sometimes we come in and we want to please people so bad because we want to be accepted that we put these people on a pedestal and we make them superior and we make ourselves inferior, so they're going to keep on treating you like you inferior. They're going to keep on treating you like you shit because you treat yourself like that. I'm sorry, y'all, I hate to get this passionate, but when you wake up and then you go and brush your teeth in the morning and you sit there and say, I'm a side chick. How does that make you feel? When you go through your day, when you texting this man, when you talking to this man in the car because he can't talk to you in front of his wife. When this man is on a business trip, he can't talk to you in the presence of his own home. In this man's own kingdom, you are a peasant. You're not allowed to.
Okay, so that video was a lot longer.
No, that girl
in
was
this
stupid herself. She was stupid for putting herself in a position of, I love him. Knowing the situation, girl, you can't add love to an equation like that. You need to leave it for what it is. What do you mean? So she put herself in that situation.
Let me ask both of y'all this. Have you ever been a side chick to a married man? If you don't want to answer it ain't my business, it ain't my business.
No.
Because that, I definitely wouldn't do that.
It ain't fun.
It ain't fun. That shit hurt.
Correct.
Because let's get this shit understood. All right, I'm gonna keep it 100. I have been side chicks in a lot of situations, knowingly and not knowingly. Regardless of the situation where you knowingly and not knowingly know, when it's always going to hit you hard when you actually see this person outside with their family, whether you run into them by mistake or you whatever, whether you know or not. So being a side chick and being a single side chick is lonely nights, no holidays, none of that. That shit does kind of wear and tear on you. So that's it's sometimes you catch feelings and that's when you know you gotta walk away. But that right there, what she did, I would never fall in love being in a side chick situation. If I start feeling that my feelings is getting like real hard for you, I back the fuck up. Because I'm not about to fall on my face or more than what I'm already falling on my face for.
Here's the thing though. We've all been unknowingly a side chick, right? Just as women. We've all dated a nigga and then found out he was with somebody, whether it's married or not. So I feel like the question is whether or not you're gonna stay after. Because then they're knowingly a side chick, with no matter how you found out. And I feel like, first of all, I love them. I love that whole podcast, but she need to put her forehead away before she talks to me, because she can't fucking deal with the fact that she felt less than when she was a side chick, and so all of us have to feel that way. That's not how it works, boo-boo. Because I am at a point in my life where everything I do is me. And so her situation don't have shit to do with me. It don't. And if he feel
Yeah,
like
And
he
you
you
feel
got,
like he was a grown ass woman, okay?
Yeah, you can't build somebody up
He
and then be
was stupid.
tearing them down at the same time. But at the end of the day, you put yourself on the mic and you open up your mouth and you said the things that you said. You the same way you she had to eat what she got.
yeah, but
But
she
my
never
thing
did.
is every female in the fucking world, you can't tell me you have not
Right.
been a side piece or a second option or
And
not a choice.
I agree. Seeing them
Let
out
me
in
tell you,
public or
to
even
this
seeing their
day,
family without them, it's
there is
crazy.
a lot of more men that are in relationships, like with just girlfriends or married, that try to approach me than single men.
Hold up. And we not even
Mm.
touching the surface because a lot of us are side chicks to niggas' moms is and don't want to admit it.
Mm.
Ooh,
But
you
Oh,
talking
listen.
today.
So, but it's a
let's keep
difference
it a
though
buck.
between being a
I
mama's
haven't I
boy
haven't
and
dealt with
having
no
respect for
in-laws.
your mother, and like, cause I'm a firm believer of the way you treat your mother, you'll treat a female,
I'm
right?
talking about those niggas whose
The
mothers.
mama's boy.
Y'all seen that video where she kicked the white girl out the fucking front seat and the white girl
Oh
Yes.
said,
yeah,
"Yeah, nah,
yeah.
fuck
Oh, wait,
y'all."
wait, wait. I
All
But
got
the
mixed feelings.
mother
Nah, nah,
stupid.
listen. I got mixed
But
feelings
the
about
son
that.
is stupid.
Absolutely not. Because let me tell you
I
something.
got
Let
mixed
me
feelings
tell you
about that
something.
because I have been with guys who mom's about to get in the car and I automatically go to the back seat. But I have
That's
There
also
is
different.
dealt with
no
moms
way.
who would be like, "No, baby, you sit in the front, and I get in the back." But I've never in my life went into the front seat before, unless it's like a cousin or something. I don't give a fuck about y'all.
No,
But like
let me
my
explain
aunts or
something
mom,
to you.
I never hop in the
I
front
could
seat.
agree with
Let
that.
me
I normally
explain
go to the
something
back
to
seat
you.
first too.
Yeah, I never
There
go in the
is
front seat.
no earthly way she should have been able to assert herself and say, I'm sitting there because I'm his mother. That is so disrespectful. If he's in a relationship with her, you are only his mother. Once that man
Mm,
becomes a grown man,
Yep.
you are not, you
it,
shouldn't be the
it,
priority.
it,
If
it,
See,
it
he,
the
was
son
it
if
was
he
no
has
protects
it
the
was
mother though.
it
The
was
son
the
should protect the
respect
mom. Like no,
it was the
yeah.
respect factor. Like that's honestly speaking, automatically you gonna go to the front seat. You're not even gonna offer his mother the front seat,
she's
regardless of
not
I'm
the
going to the
of your
required
back
to
first.
do
relationship.
that. No.
But there is
I'm
a
going to the back
but I
first.
don't know. I don't know. I was
No,
sort of
no,
different type of thing. I
it's
would
No,
different.
I
automatically
agree with
go
you,
to the
Precious.
back
I'm
seat.
going to the back
The
first.
back seat.
Right, but
But
Yeah.
that's different than being
No.
checked while you're in the front seat. We didn't see that white girl walk up to the car, which means she probably was already in the car. Your mom is there.
no, David, no, it is a video. The girl walked up to the car, opened the door, and was about to get in the front seat while the mom was behind her. So the
Okay,
mother was automatically going to the front side.
right.
I just think it's a respect
Us
factor.
would get in
But
the back
the thing
seat,
of it is,
but
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
It doesn't negate.
I
It
get.
doesn't negate the fact that that should have been a boundary that was set up well before we got to a video being taken. Like
it,
he gives his mother too much sway, and then when she oversteps the line, he tries to make other people fall in line. And I was proud of that little white girl because she was like, "Oh, cool,
she
I'm
was
gonna
like,
go where
I
I'm
ain't going.
going. Y'all have fun." And got in her car because she was at her house. Let's keep it a buck. She was at her house, and that mom running on her at her house, and instead of popping her mom in the face, she got in her car and left.
Here's the thing.
No, no,
Here's the thing.
that was his house. Well, their
In
house.
any
That
event,
was his
in
house.
any event,
Her
I
house.
don't care what the
Mama don't live there.
situation is. Just because you are his mother, first of all, if you are his mother and you love his son, whether you like that girl or not, you should respect her enough as the woman in his life. You ain't gotta like her. Now, it's one thing if she said, you know what, you want to sit in the front seat, but she's not required to sit in the back seat just because you feel entitled. And what that
So
made
you
me
will put
think
your
of,
father in the
hold
back
on, hold on, hold
seat
on, hold
and
on.
your husband in
That
the front
made me
seat?
think of what
My
that
husband
made
would
me
be
think
proud.
of is the mothers that make their sons their man. So and I feel like that's kind of what this was. She made her son her man, so she felt like she was entitled to that. Would
Which is
I
how
put
we
my
brought
father in the back seat? My father wouldn't require him, he wouldn't require making a requirement to sit in the front seat if I had a man. My father gonna say, you know what? That's that's your situation. He gonna automatically sit in the back unless my man say, you know what? Mr. Mike, go ahead, sit in the front. I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
really,
It's probably
really
it's probably
and
it's
not
probably
to be out here
different.
sounding like show off, but his mama was a single mama. Like she said, that's her man. You know what I'm saying? The nigga's name is probably Herman because that's her motherfucking man. Okay? Because you
not
got
I hate
fucking
that name
look,
Herman.
and that's why, because that's her man. It's always Herman, right? What
I
happened
don't.
is
Yeah, but it's a thing.
But we're
it's
not
Now, if
talking
she
about
wanted
the
to,
nasty
son
work, bro.
who's
It's
trying to
nasty
tell the
work.
girlfriend to
No,
go
but
to
I
bed.
do I do agree with y'all that the son should have. I would have checked
He needed
my
to check it
man.
either way. He needed to check it either way. So what
Yeah.
he didn't do was check her. He said, "Well, babe, can you let my mom?" That's not checking that bitch. So if you riding for your mother, then bitch, get out. My mom is about to get in. What is you doing? It's the whole conversation. They got a baby together. They living together. Your mom know her, and she know her mom. Like y'all all doing too much for no reason.
and see, you know what the other problem was for me? It's not even that she did it, even though I do find that to be disrespectful. It was the way she said it. You
Mm.
are talking to another grown woman, and you wouldn't want to be spoken to that way. So, why do you feel like it's okay for you to be disrespectful to her in that manner? Like I said, that is the woman that your husband or that your child loves, that he's in a relationship with. So not only were you disrespectful to the woman in his life, but now you've caused an issue in his household because you wanted to be more important than a woman in his life.
No. The son in this situation caused the issue because he could have intervened and he could have correctly. He
Let me
intervened
tell you something.
wrong. So the son could be like, "Your mom. She normally sit in the front, like, and then like, do
He
you
ain't say
mind?"
nothing.
He didn't say no. He
Nothing.
said
He
something.
was like,
He
just
told the
can you
girl
let
to
my
go to the
mom sit
bed.
there?
Yeah, he said something. He was just telling the girl to go to the bed. So
Right.
you caused the situation because you didn't even like try to stand up for me. In
But
my
I
head,
mean, what kind of nigga don't tell his girl, yo, my mom always sits in the front? Like, let a nigga put me in that situation and I'm leaving. Like, when I get in my car, I'm sending the movers. Like, it's over. Because why would you put me in a situation to have to fight your mother? Like, if
yeah.
Why
if
you
it was
gotta fight this
because
mother?
we know people.
Like you
We
mean
know people. We know people, Rashida. Like, we know people who will fight their own baby daddy mom over disrespect. We know people.
I know
bro.
a lot of people like that.
You know what I'm saying? So you put me in a situation for her to disrespect me, for me to take it some type of way. Nah, bruh.
so what you saying is you throwing hands with your man's mom if she get disrespectful. Is that what you're saying?
If I don't get out the front seat and his mom's reaching that front seat, every bet is off.
Oh, grandma getting her head knocked off if you reach in that front seat.
I can't
Grandma
stand
getting her head knocked
those.
off.
This is what I'm saying. Like, that was the
But for one,
preliminary
they had
round
too
to
much of
some
a
bullshit, bro.
conversation. As soon as my man said what he said and didn't defend me or help me, oh, that's it. You going back and forth, and that was too much conversation. All right, you felt that way. She can go ahead and get in the front seat. Wherever we going, I'll drive myself.
That's
I'm
what
not
she
even going to
did.
stop and say I'm not going.
not
This, that,
even
and third.
going.
I drive myself because
I'm not
you
even
you got
going.
a problem at home.
Look, that's what she did. But her kid was in that car, so she didn't grab her kid, so she was going
Her kid was in that what?
in the car. Shut up, Rashida.
In the car. In the
The
car.
car.
Thank you, Shaman. Thank you.
The car. I love Kristen, but she don't pronounce any of her R's ever at all.
That's
I
that
know you
Boston
ain't talking.
shit.
No, I know she ain't talking. She
Look at
can't
the R,
pronounce.
she not pronouncing
Rash,
it. I love you,
Rashida can't
Kristen.
pronounce her. Rashida E sound like Oz, so we're not about to do that.
What
Say
color?
bed.
What color is that? What color is that?
Anywho,
Oh, okay.
I'm
Say
not
bed. Say bed. Say bed. Bed. the fuck is that?
that's what it
I'm
is.
about
It's a
to.
bed. You
See,
sleep in a bed every
no,
night.
First of all, I know it's a bed.
being
Nobody about to bid. Like we ain't at an auction. The fuck? We ain't at an auction. You ain't about to go
Nigga,
buy
you
no
sleep in
paying.
the
I
bed every
bid.
night.
Fuck. I sleep in a bed.
and I drive in my car every day, and we love each other. So
Bad.
we're gonna move forward.
Bad.
But yeah, I think that
I'm not arguing with y'all about this. I'm really fucking not.
And I eat a sub, not a
that
whole.
group of people, the group
No,
of
Word.
no,
And we
we're
eat
not about
and we
to do
eat
that,
frosted
Charmaine.
Pop Tarts.
That
And we
is
eat
so
frosted
triggering
Pop
for me,
Tarts.
and I know you know that. We're not doing
And
that
we eat
today.
frosted
I'm just
Pop
saying
Tarts
we
over
eat
here.
subs, not
We're not
hoagies.
doing that
That's
today.
all.
You
That's
know
all
that
I'm
that
saying.
shit is triggering for me. It is
And we
not.
eat frosted Pop Tarts.
But anyway,
Definitely frosted
let's get
Pop-Tarts.
back to what we was talking
Fucking
about. Let's
cardboard
bring
ass
this up.
biscuit.
Because this, for whatever reason, it makes me laugh to the core of my soul.
So everybody that knows Wayne and I knows that his mama hates me. From the very beginning, she's been trying to break us up. And when I bring that up to Wayne, he acts like he doesn't know what I'm talking about. So one day, Wayne's mama comes to our house. She walks in the house, she's yelling, "Where's my grandson? I got a toy for my grandson. Where's my grandson?" And I immediately stop her because my other son is also home. And I noticed that she only had one toy. And she said, "That's your son. That's not my son's kid." And I immediately punched her in the face and we started to fight.
There's a lot to unpack there, and we will. Thank you so much for sharing.
The fact that y'all was agreeing with that is concerning.
What's that song? I gets crazy.
hey,
Because let me tell you something. I had a mother-in-law, and at one point she was utterly disrespectful to me. She couldn't stand me for whatever reason from the moment that she knew I existed. Now, I would never throw hands with my man's mother. And there was a time she said to me, if you got a problem, I can come up there and see you about it. And I was like, well, come on, we can talk about it. But
Yeah.
I was never going to throw hands with her unless she threw hands at me first. If she hit me first, like I tell my kids, if somebody hits you, you have every right to defend yourself because you do not have the right to choose how somebody responds when you hit them. But for me to just be like, bitch, and throw hands with her, I would never do that.
Yeah, that was a little OD for me. Unless she was in, my personal space, which is arm's length. If you were still saying it from a distance, but you know what? You just not gonna see him. That's it. You just not gonna see the other grandkid right now. But yeah, no, I wouldn't have.
The thing that got me is she said I immediately, like she didn't even take a chance to take a breath or think about it. She said I immediately punched her in the mouth.
She's been waiting to do that. That's all. She's been waiting.
That's the thing. You don't know how many times this had happened. And I'm 9 times out of 10, she knew that other grandbaby was home. That's why she was screaming and being loud and like, "Where my grandson?" Like, you don't do that to no child. You don't do that. Because I'm sorry, kids like that, once you,
because kids can see it, and that causes issues between the children. Because the one kid that got the toy, there are times where he may think that he's better, or yeah, I got it and you don't, and you know what I mean? Like that causes issues between the kids. So, and I very much understand having issues with in-laws because I've had my mother-in-law write statuses on Facebook, paragraphs about how the person that I was, some of them were lies, some of them were truths, because I had to say, hey, I'm married to your son. You don't get to have your way in this instance. This is my household and your opinion doesn't matter. So that caused the issue. So I very much understand having a disrespectful situation with your mother-in-law. But like I said, I would never think of hitting her first. Never.
Sorry, when you disrespect somebody kid, no matter who the fuck you is, blood or not, in-law or not, you getting every fire, baby, every fucking amber. I got nieces and nephews. I got kids that's not my kids. if one of my cousins, that's my club sisters, call me right now and say somebody disrespected one of their kids, oh bitch, I'm at your school, I'm at your house, I'm
But
finding out where the
was
fuck
it
you live
really
at. Like we know.
respectful? Because it was the truth, right? It was the
The
truth.
the
That's
thing is,
not.
you
I
don't.
understand the way
It's
you went about it was wrong.
no. It is the truth,
No,
but you
that
never
form of
separate
an
kids like that.
investigation is fucking tactless.
And also,
Okay?
No, of
she
course
never
it
said
definitely
ages.
was. It definitely was. But was that? But would a punch be warranted in that situation? Though?
How
It
many
depends
times
on
have
how
she
it was
said
dealt.
it? How many
It
times
But
have
if
she
we're
said
watching the
it?
video, say that was just the first time. Would
That
a
ain't
punch
no
be
motherfucker.
warranted?
Ain't nobody.
I've had my in-laws take my oldest on vacation and leave my son at home.
Did you punch him?
Here's the thing. I'm not
No, because you got good
I'm
sense.
not. But the reality is they can do with their money and their vacation what they choose. So how am I mad? Why is she mad that this woman is saying my grandson when that is the truth? Unless that other grandson came from a situation that causes her to disrespect you. Like it's a lot of people not taking personal responsibility except for her. But she's at least sitting there like, yeah, I was crazy
I
as
did it,
shit.
and
And
Man, the way to me, the way she said it is that like this is not the first time it happened, and for her to say like that's not my son's son, that's that like, bitch, what?
right.
Because let's honestly speak. Let's honestly speak. Let's honestly speak on some real life shit. We never seen the video, but let's honestly speak. The shoe was on the other foot. No woman is gonna allow a man to do that to their kid.
Correct. And then the
So why
other
the
part of
fuck
it,
is you doing that to a child?
in the moment with the situation with the vacation, they're not right in front of me. There's nobody with this. There's no other kids in the room. We don't really know what the surroundings and the situation was. But if you're coming into my home and I'm asking you not to do something, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's
First
the
off, why she busting through my door? You ain't knock. You
right.
ain't knock on my
And
door
then,
before you came in my
and then
house.
why
why
did
is
you
your door
expect
unlocked?
that? Why are you not respecting the fact that I'm saying don't do that with my other son here? Why did you have to take it a step further to say, oh, that's not my son's son? That is like why you gotta take it a step further to do that? I know that's not your son's child.
Look,
Nine times out of ten, she probably had a kid before she even met your son. And
right.
he's and I don't like I'm gonna say this out loud when I don't give a fuck who get mad about this. If your son or daughter choose to date someone with kids and they accept it, bitch, get the fuck on board or stay the fuck out the way.
Because
Period.
it's really none of your business at the end of the
It's
day.
really not. Yeah, that's your child. I get that, but at the end of the day, bro.
I mean, this is really both the same videos back to back. Like these mothers is out here disrespectful and
And but I will.
and then
She
they
don't
get
have to
mad
wait
and want to
also
call
fathers
abuse
too.
when you punch them in the face. Like, no, you punch
No,
these people in the face.
fathers, dads, teach your daughters to keep their fucking hands to themselves.
Shit.
My father always taught me if you put your hand on a man, expect them fucking repercussions.
So let me say something.
Like,
There's no such thing as men and women when it comes to throwing hands. If you as a woman decide to put your hands on put their hands on another person, you have no right to say, "Oh, you shouldn't have hit me back." Absolutely not. You don't get to choose how somebody responds when you hit them. I don't teach my sons not to hit girls at all. I teach them not to hit girls first.
No.
I teach them not to hit girls first. But if a little girl hits you in your face, you have all the right in the world to defend yourself however that looks.
And don't go Super Saiyan on no girl. You don't hit first and don't hulk up on the bitch.
Don't punch her in the face.
Right.
But if she come at you and hit you in the face, if you gotta hit her to keep her off you, she shouldn't have hit you first.
If she is endangering your life, knock her ass the fuck out. Put her ass to sleep.
I don't agree with none of that shit. The same type of head energy she give you, you better give her the same shit back. Cause she can pick up a chair, a glass bottle, any type of object around and hit you. Not you. I wish my nephews caught. I swear to God. No.
We know. You're gonna be right there with them throwing hands. And your ass is going to death.
And I will go to hell. But my thing is this. Every woman believes that no man should ever hit them. Ever.
Every woman doesn't believe that.
Absolutely not. Because any
Not
woman
more.
that's willing to put their
Not-
hands on these niggas don't believe that for real.
Well, you're not stupid, but women believe that men should not hit them. I seen this whole shit on The View when Whoopi Goldberg went toe to toe with old girl. Old girl was basically saying if the girl hit him, he should just walk off. No, you got up maliciously and hit him and really want to cause harm. Hit her ass the fuck back, so she know not to ever do that shit to you or another man ever again. There's
Listen,
no
do y'all remember that song?
I promise
I'm
you.
about to beat up on mines, and I'm about to just sit there and like, not hell.
Do y'all remember that song, Punks Jump Up to Get Beat Down?
Hey.
That's exactly how I see that. If you jump up in anybody's face and decide to throw hands with them, whatever happens after that was on you because you should have kept your hands to yourself. Don't you
And
ever
do
walk up
not
on any of my sons and think that you're going to hit them. Never, not ever at all, because I'm telling you right now, any son that came from me is going to hit you back. Whether you are
and
a
don't touch
boy,
Dominic
girl,
at all.
non-binary, whatever, they are going to hit you back.
Sorry.
Don't touch Dominic at all. He don't believe in fucking chivalry when it comes to that shit. Don't touch my baby. I'm telling you now.
He don't
He
care
got
at
permission to
all.
box this shit. But Charmaine, no, I was about to buy a plane ticket. She posted a post about baby
But
girl.
she handled herself. I was proud of my girl about
She
those.
did.
Yeah.
I was about to post. I was going to buy a plane ticket for just a
Let me
round
tell
trip.
you, I was gonna go on the bus.
Didn't
But
have
my
to. I
daughter
would have
asked me
went.
not to. But you
Hold
also have
on,
to
hold on a
remember we
second.
ain't gonna be out there
Let me take you
forever.
down for a second. Let me take her down for a second. Because this is the thing. I love her dearly. She's like a sister to me. But one thing I've learned not to do regarding that one is tell her that somebody bothered one of my children. Because when it comes to that one, she's not going to respond in a rational manner. So when it comes to that one, I don't tell her that somebody bothered my children until, even if it's already handled. Because you see how she responded when I said what the man did at church. But we love her the same. We love her anyway.
That's a part of why we love you. It's okay.
I don't like nobody fucking with kids. I just don't like that. I don't like
You're
that.
not supposed to. You're not supposed to.
You better keep your hands to your fucking selves. Don't let my kids call me and talk about y'all did something.
But see, that's the scary part too, and that's another reason why I let my daughter handle it, because we're not going to always be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
and I need my daughter to know, like, I was proud the way she responded. Like, she didn't come home and cry, say, I want to stay home, I'm scared. My daughter was, talking junk back, so it's scary, but we also got to let them, you ain't going to win them all. You ain't going to win them all.
So
And that's the scary part about parenting.
So this is what Mike Morgan said to me the other day. Because I was talking about how my oldest son be picking on my youngest son sometime. And he was like, look, you just going to have to let them duke it out. Because if y'all know that my youngest son got the mouth. He's the mouthpiece in the house. And he's a button pusher on purpose. So he was like, listen, you might just have to let the 14-year-old crack him in the mouth, because one day he might do it out there in the street, and somebody that don't love him might really hurt him for real.
Absolutely.
So I was like, you know what?
When I suggested it was wrong, but when Mike suggested it's okay. What type of shit?
Didn't we tell them that they need to put their gloves on and fight?
Yeah, but it was like, no.
Okay, listen to this.
When I suggested it was all bad and good, but when Mike said it's okay.
So here's the thing. What you said is if somebody get on Dominic's nerves, he could just go ahead and throw hands. Those are two
I said no. We got a clip of it. Do we not got a clip of it? I said bottom boxing gloves and let them just let them have it out. It's better than them going fist to fist and them going home with bruises. Then you said, you know what? I'm gonna order 3 pair and I'm dropping them off to y'all. I said I got a backyard.
Let them duke it out in your living room.
Yeah. No, they're going in the backyard because they ain't. I got glass in my living room. That ain't happening. Okay.
So you want them to duke it out in my living room, but not yours?
No, you gotta think. get the boxing gloves, bring their asses over here to North, and let them box it out. Because the only reason why I say this is because Junior is the oldest, so he think he got the right to say and do whatever the fuck he want to do to his little brothers. Demetrius pops so much shit that it push buttons that make you want to crack your neck to the side. And Dominic got the attitude the size of a fucking volcano. Them three in one house is they're gonna erupt. 5-3 punch, 5-3. Put their asses over here. You want to talk shit to your brothers? Come on. You saw what you said to him earlier. He shut the fuck up because now you gave Dominic free range to fuck his ass up. Now he shut the fuck up. Now the 14-year-old and Dominic need to go on that fucking dirt and box it out because those are the two that really got the problem. Because the oldest thing, because the little one is little, that little one got strength, my guy. He already bent your ass once.
Because no, Dominic really did. He picked him up. He picked up the 14-year-old and body slammed him. And I was just
Bro,
like,
I got eight brothers.
We can't be doing that.
Well,
So Rado said, hold on. Rado said that, you know, if a man and a woman get into it, he can't hit back because he will be in the wrong if the law is involved.
Not the way they do it now. No,
women is going to jail for it now too. Women is going to jail for starting it.
Yes, everything has changed now. So if I walk up on, let's just say AK, and I just started boom, 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 and AK defending himself, when the cops get there, they gonna know who the aggressor was. Even though both parties will be arrested because they both fought, AK will be released, and I'll be sitting there with a fucking charge. They don't give a fuck about that gender shit no more. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you why
they don't even fucking know what people's gender is anymore, for real.
It's too fucking many when it's only two.
And that's exactly why nobody gives a fuck about gender no more. Because you a man. I'm part of the alphabet community too. Calm down, people. You a man that's going as a female. You still got community. I am.
Look, let's get together always. Come on, let's do it.
You feel me? If you a man that's now a woman and that's who you are, cool, you a lady, but at the end of the day, you still got the strength of a man. So that gender shit, or if you a female, you portray as a guy, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that gender shit no longer count no more. So
you absolutely right. Gender doesn't matter. If a person hits another person, that person has a right to defend themselves in any way that they see fit, point blank, period. If you got a problem with that, don't put your hands on nobody, period. Period.
Big facts.
So, okay, this is my last topic. Let me ask y'all this. You know what? We talked about this before, but Kristen, you weren't here. So let me ask you specifically.
Oh, shit.
Are your children, okay, say you started to date again and your children got to know said person. Once y'all break up, does that person get to have a relationship with your children afterwards?
That depends on the breakup.
In what instance would they be able to do it? And what instance would they not be able to do it? Wait a minute. Oh, my bad.
No, you
go ahead.
If the breakup is amicable and my children ask for this person, then they will be able to speak. But you won't be taking my kids nowhere. You won't be trying to pick up bitches in the park while you with my kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. But like if my kids is like, where's so-and-so? And I happen to be on the phone, I'll put it on speaker so they can say hi. Like, because why would I take that from them? Correct? But yeah, as far as like, their relationship would be as much as my relationship is with the person, basically. So does that depend on their age or no? Well, yeah, if they grown, they grown. Like, you do what you want. You know what I'm saying? But if I feel like my kids love me enough to where if it wasn't amicable, they're going to be ready to fight anyway. So that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not really a problem for me. I don't think. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So here's the second part to my question. Once you break up, do you remain friends with the family?
Let me explain why I say that. Because in my situation, I'm still cool with the father, the brother. Me and the sister are still Facebook friends and we talk occasionally. But me, the father, and the brother, we cool. Me and the father, he comment every day on my post. If I am up there, I can say, "Hey, can I come get a plate? Because you cooking," and he'll be like, "Yeah, come on."
Right.
So for me, I'm wondering how y'all feel about that. Is that something that any of you would do, or do you feel like
I
that's
do it.
inappropriate?
No, I do it. So I'm cool with his whole family. Like, here's what happened, right? When we broke up, I broke up with all of them. But then after seeing that I wasn't the problem, because the lies that was told made me the problem, they gravitated to me, at which point I'm not going to deny my children their family. But yeah, I'm gonna walk away and let y'all see what I do, and then we'll see if we're compatible from there.
Okay.
He literally
Shout
lives
out
with
to
his
the
mad that he
people that's
crossed.
watching.
Right.
How about you, Charmaine?
I'll keep it cordial, just because I don't want it. Like, it might not be as often as we were before. We might still, joke on Facebook. There's nothing like that, but we're not spending every Sunday together having dinner still, if that's what we were doing. We're not doing all of that extra stuff because even if he was the problem or not, but if he started dating somebody else, I don't want to make it uncomfortable for her as well. So I'm going to keep it cordial, but they got to understand that I'm trying to, I ain't trying to mess up nothing else. So.
I get that. Now I'm scared to ask this one.
I think he's gonna give a good answer.
Now, I gave this answer before. But I was the opposite of this question. I'm the single person that dated somebody with kids, and when we broke up, they took the kids from me. That's not an easy feeling. And the breakup wasn't amicable because it was like false on. It was false on both sides because, like I said, I got issues with communicating on like a lot of my emotions. I'm more so trying to fix that, but at the time, the physical cheat was on his behalf, so it was more hurtful. So for you to take the kid from me, and it really wasn't my fault why we really broke up, it hurts. So when you date somebody that got kids, it's a fear factor because at the end of the day, one day
Fuck
we're gonna
them
have to.
kids. Like, nah, I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. I'm
Y'all
joking.
don't say that. No, my sisters be saying that. I be fucking a big mama and Caprica. They be like, "Fuck them kids." I'm like, don't fuck my kids. Like, what they do? And then I already know kids be kids. I know kids be kids. But
It
the
would
fear
never
factor
be your
is,
kids, Precious. It would never be your kids. There's
oh
never been
no,
a nigga I dated that's like fuck my kids because of who I am. So it's not. You know what I'm saying? It would never be your
I
kids.
know. Listen, when I know I have kids, I know my kids gonna be bad as fuck. It's gonna
Oh
be fucked
Lord.
up kids. Okay.
I believe
This is
that.
that. But the fear
I'm
Because
factor
their
is when
mother
you.
is a little
gonna
crazy.
spoil them. Nah, I'm gonna spoil them. It's okay. They got everybody they need. Look.
Thank God, and I don't know how to really do girls' hair like that, so somebody got to step up.
Baby, YouTube. Listen, by the time I was 20 years
Send them
old,
to the shop.
the only thing I knew how to do was bump a curl in the back of my hair and do a ponytail. By the time I was 20, listen,
Y'all don't
YouTube.
notice that my hair stay in a, y'all don't notice that my hair stay in a pineapple. I don't do shit to this motherfucker.
Right.
But back to the topic is like it's a fear factor. When you're a single person, you date somebody, you don't think that it's a temporary situation all the time. You think that this could be like a long forward thing. And then when they mention they got kids, you start overthinking. Like if this goes past what we want, I'm gonna have to meet your kid. Then you like I said, I've done this a million times. When I meet the people, kids, I always ask, can I have a private conversation? Or you can sit here and just let me talk to them and you don't say nothing. Because at the end of the day, I need to know what the kid feel like. Because the parent listens to the kid. If the kid don't like me, I need to figure out why you don't like me. 9 times out of 10 is because I won't let you bullshit. My thing is, if I date you and you got kids, your rules if your kid come to my house, your parents' rules is the rules that come to here. Nothing changes. I'm not the fun person. You're not gonna get away with shit. Did your father said you could do that? Let me call your mother. You get what I'm saying? I was one of them, and a lot of kids didn't like me because I'm supposed to be the fun person. Nah, your parents got boundaries and rules, and if they gave me you for the night or the weekend, I gotta abide by them fucking rules. If you don't like it, that will always be the problem. And then we never break up for that. But if it's a constant thing and we break up and you decide like, yo, you know, I don't want you to see my son no more, or I don't want you to see my daughter no more, and that shit hurts. Cause you ain't just make me develop a relationship, but you have to develop a relationship with them. When they get sick, you ask me to go to the store to get medicine, or if they break an arm, or you can't show up to a PTA meeting, or you can't show up to a fucking Mother's Day. Like I had baby mothers like, yo, I can't go to my daughter's thing. Can you go? Hell yeah, I ain't got shit to do today. At least somebody showed up. You get what I'm saying? And then this is like one day, no more. And I'm supposed to just forget about the routine that we just developed. I'm supposed to forget about the little stories that we got. I'm supposed to just forget about the memories that we had, all because I'm gonna say what Rashida said when we first asked this question. You don't want me to have access to you through my child. That's fucked up.
So what about the niggas?
So this is how I feel about that.
Who do that? Who call your kids
Huh?
and ask them questions about you? Like it's niggas that use your
Now,
children.
see, now
to talk to you.
that's
weird as
I think
fuck.
it's the what I think okay, so what that is, I don't when men or women that does that, meaning to me, in my personal opinion, you never gave a fuck about that kid anyway. If you want to gaslight and manipulate the child to see what the fuck is going on with the mother because you're not with them no more, the father because you're not with them no more, that means you ain't give a fuck because that's tearing a kid up. Because you got them loving you, but be malicious to their parent because you want to know what the fuck they doing. But that means you really wasn't caring. You fucking up. That's something I never did. I
But
never
this is why I
thought.
think a lot
So
of
let me
people
ask
got
this.
the way too.
But
Let me
that's the
ask
thing.
this.
It depends on the age of where you separate at. If the child is, I had kids that was months old to like 2 to 3, and it was like boom, that hurt. But then I had kids that was from 10 to 16. 10 to 16 hurt way more than months to 3. Because
So
10
let
to
me ask
16,
you this.
no.
You get to knowing a person in that
Yeah, and
space.
they're basically in high school and puberty and confused, especially if you're a female. I had that one time. And I told myself, I'm probably fucked up saying this. I told myself I would never date a guy with teenage kids. But
That's
I
not
had
fucked
to
up.
understand that but I had to understand that every situation is not going to be the same because at the end of the day, she hit puberty, mom was never around. So I took her to the store. The same way my mom did, I did it with her. Cause I had to do the same shit with my little sister, And then one day you just woke up and decided that you ain't want to do this shit no more. She about to be in her junior year of high school, and you just like.
So let me ask you this. I feel like because you talked about how you have to get over the relationship with that child. You have to get over the relationship with their parent. So do you think that it's different for you?
It's way different because at the end of the day, I'm a woman. I got a maternal gene. I may not be physically, I may not be a parent, but my maternal gene kicks in automatically when it comes to kids. Y'all know it. You know it. So that shit, yeah, it matters. Like you say come to me and be like, this is my child. I want you to watch my kid or babysit or whatever. Oh, that's it. I'm in mama bear mode, and they not even from my womb. But try it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
That we will always disagree on. If you met my kids at this age, you break up with me, you break up with them. That's it. That's all. Especially if the breakup ended badly. If it ended on decent terms, maybe. But you will never have the relationship with my children that you had when we were together.
What you mean by badly?
If we did not end on good terms, you no longer have access to my children.
But what if your kids want to have access to them?
He's no longer in our lives anymore.
But this is the thing. This is the thing why I said that other people need to. There's 3 relationships. You cutting off your relationship, you want to sever theirs. because they want to see that person. Understandable that
Here's
shit
the
didn't work out.
thing.
Adult things is adult things. You get what I'm saying?
That's exactly
That shit-
it. That's exactly it. It's the same problem I have with kids transitioning.
That
It's a parent.
But
and a-
is that person really a threat to your kid? Like, honestly speaking, is he really
Yes.
or he or
Because
she?
this is how I feel about it.
Yes.
If you cared about my children, you would never treat their mother badly. If you are treating their mother badly, to me, that says you don't care about how I feel,
But
because
some
how
people
I
are
feel will
horrible
ultimately
spouses and great
that will
fathers.
ultimately affect how I'm dealing with my children. That's how I feel.
Alright, so are you willing to risk your child's mental though for that? Because I know with my situation, I was with my ex from the time I was 3 months pregnant till my daughter was like 5. So every single day she was seeing him, waking up, going to bed, everything like that. The day we split up, he stopped talking to her. My daughter had to do therapy and everything at 5 years old, 5, 6 years old, because like she went through a depression of why did he leave and stuff like that. So like, fuck me, I don't care. I could be all types of names in the world, and we broke up horribly. But if he still wanted to maintain that relationship with my daughter, I would have allowed it because they built a relationship. You know, so are you willing to risk your children's mental health just because you're in your feelings about it?
I feel like if I can work through it, I can help them work through that too. Because I just feel like if you care about
you
my
know how to
children,
navigate
you
your
will
children's
never
feelings.
treat me a certain kind of way to put us in this situation. That's just how I feel.
But the thing is, you gotta understand this. People are human. The flesh is weak, regardless of what the sin or whatever they did. 9 times out of 10, kids are
no,
not.
ma'am. No, ma'am. I promise you, my kid's father was up here last month, right? He offered to take me to the movies to go see Deadpool Wolverine. Look, I know, me neither. Listen, he offered to take me to the movies, Fresh, right? I wanted to go see Deadpool Wolverine, so I'm like, cool, take me to go see Deadpool Wolverine. He's like, am I getting a hotel afterwards? Wait, because we gonna get my movie ticket out the deal. Fuck that, and some popcorn and a slushie and some motherfucking Reese's out the expensive ass movies. Fuck that nigga. Secondly, he asked me if he could get a room after. And I'm like, who the fuck is you dealing with that fucks for a movie? Shut the fuck up and buy my movie ticket so I could go see Deadpool Wolverine, right? No question.
I heard that movie was trash.
No, fuck that. There was a scene in it that has to be in it forever. I love Deadpool. But anyway.
Is that when Wolverine was naked?
No, that was when Deadpool put on the Wolverine bones in the beginning fight and was kicking niggas' ass with the fucking adamantium claws. That shit was crazy. Anyway, I had to see it on the big screen, right? I had to see it. But my point being is that you're gonna do whatever you have to do if them people are not your kid's father, right? So whoever we broke up with, if they are not the father of that children, then they don't have any rights to the children. If they are not the mother of the children, they don't have, and I understand if it lasts forever and you become a stepmom, then you're a stepmom now, and that's different. But if I'm dating you, then I'm dating you. And you don't get to be what a stepfather would be because I married that nigga.
That's why I say, if you break up with me, you break up with my children, because I don't feel comfortable.
Right.
Because if I can't trust you with me, I don't think I can trust you with my children. Like, I hear what you're saying, Charmaine, and I feel like your situation was different because.
But you don't think people could be horrible spouses, but great, like, step parents or bonus parents?
But you're not a step parent. You're not a step parent.
You're a bonus.
My situation is different.
Right?
No, but that's not a part of my.
You don't have to be a part of my village.
So you guys are putting your personal feelings and emotions in it. Then
no,
you're
I'm
not thinking
the
about
fact
the
that
kids
they hurt the person who was responsible for those children. They hurt the person.
But they're gonna hurt
that
everyone
Okay,
in their life.
okay, listen. Okay, so let's put it this way. Let me give it them. Bitch, you just fucking bit me. Move.
Oh, no.
Because your cat's so
Yeah.
That's why I would never get a fucking cat. Ew.
No, because he don't like my black
Mhm.
slippers. It's like the fuck. It's not a fucking
Over
cat. It's
some
a fucking
slippers.
slipper.
He bit you over some
Damn.
slippers. No, we
No,
breaking
alright,
it.
so let's put it out this way. What if the person that has the child is the one that fucked up?
It don't
Then
matter.
the
The same
I
thing
still
applies.
say the same thing. If we broke up, you broke up with
So
them.
they
Like I
still
said,
got-
Charmaine, I understand your situation because that person was there her entire life since the time she was born. But in
Mhm.
my situation, my youngest will be 12 in a couple of months. Like he's going to forget about you in a couple weeks.
And
So
the
you
reality
break up
is-
with me, you broke up with them.
The reality is kids will
break
express
up with the
separation
kids.
anxiety and possibly depression. And I appreciate what you did as a mom to make sure your baby became the girl who could stick up for herself.
Therapy is
fifth grade.
amazing.
Correct? Like if it wasn't
Therapy is
for you,
amazing.
she wouldn't be who made you proud the other day. And I love that baby girl because she's dope. Like she's fucking dope.
Yeah,
But-
but at the same token, though, now it's also affecting my dating life because when she, like, I don't bring people around her, right? But when I do, she's not beat because she's like, I'm guarded of my mother. She was hurt. She was this. She was that. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, I don't want nobody to get close to her.
But the
Like,
right person,
I don't want
the right
nobody to
person
do
is gonna
nothing.
be able to by how they treat you, which is what Rashida was saying.
No, but
When
let me
they
tell you,
treat you
even
well-
though still, she's like, she's so, and I don't know if it's maybe because she's still young, but
Right.
she's like, I've already been hurt by like this guy done left, you know, she's like, she knows that's not her real dad. But then like the other male she knew, like he passed away. So like to her, two people died, right? The two males that she knew died to her, right? So
Mhm.
now any other male that come around because that relationship was not sustained, oh, I'm not interested in you.
Right.
You know, so that's why I said I don't care about me, and especially if I know you treated my daughter good, but you're thinking off of your emotions and you're upset at me. Because like even birth fathers do it, not just like stepfathers. Even birth fathers do it. If the mother is not dealing with the dad no more, they're not dealing with the kid because the mother don't want to deal with them. So now they're trying to build a new life. That's why I won't never deal with a deadbeat dad because you're not about to play house with me. You're not even taking care of your own. I don't even care if you know y'all you like my baby mother a bitch. She bitter. She this. She that. Did you try to go to court? Did you try to fight? Did you try to do this? Did you try to do that? You know,
Nope.
like nah. I'ma just wait until they old enough to know. I don't want to deal with you.
They
You
ain't
know
gonna
what
be
I'm
old
saying?
enough.
House with
Here's
me?
what I also believe. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Here's what I also believe. I feel like as parents, we try to protect our kids from everything, and we can't do that. They have to experience some of the things that we don't want them to, so they can know how to go through things and how to get through things. Life is
So you
shitty
put
sometimes.
so you're gonna put your child through the mud to teach
No,
them or let them
that
go
nigga
through
did it. No, that nigga did it when he was disrespectful to their mother. So you don't get
like,
to
to me,
interact
that's
with
like
my
you're,
children
like,
if you treated me
But I
badly.
feel like that's growing up. Like now you're telling the kid, like, all right, well, this man disrespected your friend, and that's your closest friend. Y'all been friends since birth. You don't need to deal with him no more. Even if your friend was in the wrong, you don't need to deal with him. You don't need to talk to him. Y'all not
It's not
friends.
the same thing, though.
Hey,
It's not the same thing.
I live by a rule that says fuck the other side. So if that nigga call me looking for you, she right in the bathroom, I'm gonna have her call you right back. Like fuck the other side. If you with team me, then you're gonna be just as bad as him. No. If you're with team me, you're gonna be just as mad at that nigga for what he did to me as I am. That's
now,
the way
I don't expect that. That I don't expect.
No. Here's the thing, because you can still come to me because we love each
You
other.
don't expect
You was wrong as shit.
what?
Well, fuck that nigga.
You
was wrong as
expect
shit. Well, fuck that nigga. You see what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I don't expect because somebody, if I don't like you, that don't mean you don't have to like them, but that person doesn't get to have a relationship. You don't get to have a relationship with my children if you are no longer in
it's
my
not
life.
about you liking them.
Depending on the situation of what happened to you, is levels of how we not gonna fuck with you, baby. You
Not for me.
You must forgot who the fuck I am.
Not for me. If
I
got
you
more.
don't
If you come
you
to
don't
me,
rock with my kids, period.
period. But this is
Unless
what I'm
we
saying, and
are
my
related.
kids are
Now,
not gonna want to rock with you.
if they are related to those people, then that's different because that's
Right.
their family.
That's their
But
family.
no, not the
just
kids.
Family
Like I'm
don't
talking
mean
about.
nothing.
somebody I had a
Sometimes
relationship
No, but
with.
if they choose family, I have to deal with
I'm
that.
about to say, but
But
why?
if
Why?
they
Your family members gotta earn their
no, I
title
don't have to
too.
deal with them. I have to deal
So
with if
that
they
know that
choose to
Charmaine
claim me. That's
set people
different.
off with
But if
fucking
it's just a
scissors
nigga I was
left and
fucking,
fucking
Let
right.
me tell you.
if it's just a nigga I was fucking that's not related to them, and they're not just as mad as
Let me tell you, blood leaves stains, okay?
I'm gonna have a
Remember
problem.
that. Blood leaves stains.
You
Not
said
you
something.
preach.
Let me write that down because
I'm
you
just,
said something just now.
Gotta,
You
gotta,
said something
gotta
just now.
I'm
That's
just
a
saying,
t-shirt.
blood leaves stains.
That's a
So even
t-shirt.
with family, you gotta earn that title with me too, because a stranger may treat my child better
So
than family will.
what
God
I'm
forbid
saying,
anything happen to me,
is
my daughter
everything I
could go
do
to
for marriage.
my god sister and not even my mother and father, and they are willing and able.
No, I'm saying I've earned it because of everything I do and go through for them. We talking about our children and who our children should be allowed to be around.
Right, but just because say
Shouldn't
but
want to
somebody
be
treated
around.
me bad, like say like my mother and them, say they treated me horrible. Am I supposed to stop the relationship if they try to call in and check on my daughter? They never
That's
did nothing wrong to
That's
my
family.
daughter.
That's family. That's just not somebody I'm fucking.
All right,
That's
so
family.
granted, all right, so my ex, right? He wasn't
blood
family.
is not
He
thicker
was
than
with me
water.
since day one, right? Though, but
that's not
that's
even the
not her
phrase. I hate when
biological.
people say
My
that.
father, though, but that's not her biological father. But if he was to say "f me," you know, and that's why I really can't get mad because he wasn't the biological dad, right? But he put my child through turmoil. But if he said, "Look, I still want to build a relationship with her. I still want to keep the relationship we got. I still want her, you know, want to come see her."
But we're not
Why
gonna
not?
gloss over. We're not gonna gloss over. He put my child through turmoil. We're not gonna gloss over that because the same way that
No,
But what if he
her
didn't?
boyfriend
What if he
in the
didn't?
case
What if
over
he
her
didn't put
kid.
me through
before
turmoil?
that,
And he
before
never,
that,
but my child never seen it though. What if my child never seen us argue?
So hold on. What I want you to do is explain your point and exactly what you mean. So what my question is would you be okay with your ex having a relationship with your child?
Yes. Because for 6 years, I've seen how he interacted with my child. For 6 years, my child idolized him. I was miserable in my relationship, right? But I stayed as long as I did because my child was in love with him. You know what I'm saying? The day he left, he didn't say bye to my child. He didn't do nothing, right? So my child is texting him, "Daddy, where are you?" That's who she knew as dad. If he wanted to be like, "Look, I don't want to deal with you, but that's still my daughter." His family, his mom that's my granddaughter. Why would I deprive her of that, especially if she was already deprived of that with her birth dad? Why would I deprive her of that and keep that away from her because me and him didn't work out? He never did nothing wrong to her, ever. But he treated me like shit, but she never knew that because that was her daddy. She idolized him. Why would I take that away from her?
Can I ask a question, baby girl? I really truly appreciate everything you just said because it makes so much sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
If in fact you allow this relationship to move forward, and as she grows, now she's from 5 to 8 or 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Mommy, I don't want to live with you no more. I want to live with him," and he's pushing it because you allowed that relationship to grow to that point.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
So you can ask me that question though, because I tell my daughter the truth about everything at a certain age, right? So she would know at a wouldn't be at 5, you know. But when she got a little bit older, well, you know that's not your birth dad, this, that, and the third. Like we would have to have that conversation.
Right.
But if for some reason she's not happy with me, she's miserable. Why would I take her happiness away from her?
So you would give custody to a nigga you don't fuck with because he made your life turmoil too.
Because he's been in her life since day one. Yes, I would. Because
Can I answer that
once
question
again,
for you?
blood leaves stains. So family ain't always the best option.
I'm not saying that.
Can
My
I
family
answer
is
that
chosen.
question for you?
Definitely.
Hold on. Can I answer that question for you? Why would you not? Because children know what feels comfortable. They don't always know what's best for them. Because to Kristen's point, say, you know, he was like, yeah, I want her to live with me. And she was like, yes, I want him to live with her. What happens if he decides, you know what? I don't want this no more.
She coming
That's
home.
also, but that's going to also be an issue too. So
But I said, right, kids gotta live and learn, right? That's a part of life. Things happen. I'm not like, yes, I'm protecting my child. So if he ever hurt my child, if I know that was not a safe place, of course that would not even be an option. But if I know he is a good man, he's always been a good man. Like men who aren't biological fathers sign birth certificates, take over kids every single day.
Right.
You
he
know,
knows
even when
somebody
they
that did
divorce
that.
the mother, though, they're still in that child's life. Like I am firm on it takes a
Hold
village.
on.
So if you never
Hold
did
on one
anything
second.
to my child, I'm not doing that. That's just personally me, because I'm taking my own feelings out of it. Because as a parent, you sacrifice a lot of your own self for your kids. And at that moment, I'm sacrificing my happiness. Like, even if I'm saying in my head, he
I'm
treated
not.
me like shit. No, look, if he treated me like shit, he wasn't this, he wasn't that. But let me say you, to my daughter, he is God. I'm gonna take her God away because I'm mad? That's selfish.
But
That's selfish.
just like you said, sometimes kids got to get over things. That this would have to be one of those things. And I understand where you're coming from, because that person was in her life from the time she was born. So I get your point of view, but I also understand that
See,
I
I've never been in no
feel like,
other situation. Like, since then, my daughter hasn't met anybody like that. You know what I'm saying?
and
So
your daughter
that's the
was
only
young.
situation I know that, is a situation where that's not her biological dad. But to her, that was her dad. And like, as a parent, I never want to see my child hurt because of me. Like I'm big on, like, I love you. So the way I see love is I'm not gonna do nothing to hurt you. So if I know that will make you happy, still talking to him, interacting with him and stuff like that, I'm gonna let you continue to do it. But at a certain age, we are gonna sit down and have a talk. But at 5 or 2 or 3 or 4, you don't know what I'm telling you. You just know that's my daddy. I'm not taking that away. That's just me. I'm not taking it away.
So and you know what? Everybody has their own point of view on the subject. But as for me, if you're not in my life, you're not in my child's life. And like I said, your daughter, she was younger. My youngest will be 12, my oldest will be 18. They don't listen.
But would you
If
be
you ain't
mad
in
if they
mommy
kept
life,
the
you ain't in
relationship
their life.
going though? But would you be mad if they decided to keep the relationship going because they are old enough to call them on their own and do stuff on their own? What if they come to you like, I want to go over there to such and such house on a weekend, and y'all not even talking? Would you be like, no, you can't go?
Absolutely.
So Rado
Because if
just
I
said
can't
that.
trust you with me, I can't trust you with them.
It's not
Period.
even that. It's not even that. For me, I run this. Okay, I run this.
Well, it's not
And,
that for me, but
and
okay.
so no, but like the reality is, until you're grown, if in fact when you're grown, I have grown kids. Like, but if they're grown and they decide to go talk to my ex-boyfriend that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not with no more, then that's their choice. Can he come to my
Rado
house for
said
Thanksgiving? Not. But you can have your relationship with him, but see, they're not gonna understand until they get grown. And part of us going through stuff as single parents is understanding that we're teaching children to grieve relationships properly. Because in reality, a lot of people grieve relationships like they grieve death. And it's not that. And your daughter went through that because she was too young to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she was older when what you said happened, she will understand what you went through. Kids see what we go through, regardless of if we ever know. We think we're being strong, and the next thing you know, your kids got you like this, like, mommy, you don't have to do this, because they see you.
that part. I'm gonna agree to disagree with that part. Because at the end of the day, kids is their own separate personality and their own separate lives. Like what you went through as an adult, people parents go through divorces and they be the worst fucking husbands and wives, but be the best fucking parents.
I
Or
don't
you might
believe in
meet
that.
somebody, that's
I disagree with that.
better than they.
That's what I said. It's a
But
debate
see,
is a
that's a
But
different.
I'm,
That's
but see, I'm
different.
not y'all. I don't have kids. I'm the one that's on the side of meeting a significant other with kids, male
Right.
or female.
I'm with you. I'm definitely with you on that one.
But when you're
Like,
saying divorce, you're talking about that's a whole different situation. I'm not talking about a husband and wife situation. I'm talking about like an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend.
okay, well, I'm talking about me being an ex-girlfriend. If I develop it, like I said, I went from months to 3 years. You snatched them, and I was supposed to be okay with that. It's not okay.
It's
Then I
not
went from,
okay. It's not.
then
I'm
I
not
went from,
saying it's okay. I'm
and
saying
then I
it's
went
what
from,
has to be done to make sure your kids are safe.
but the
I'm
thing
saying
is, both
you can't
situations.
say. Hold on one second, Fresh. You can't say, in my opinion, you can't say he's a good dad, but a bad husband or a bad boyfriend. Because if in fact you love the kids, you're never going to treat the mom badly. Never. Because she's where them kids came from, regardless of if there's blood involved or not. You feel the way you feel because you never treated anybody kids badly. And this is why we love you, because you don't feel like you deserve to be taken away because you're a good person and would make a good step parent in that situation. And I understand what Charmaine is saying as well, because she's saying the same thing. But the reality is there are some hurts that are going to take separation before those relationships can be formed. My kids can't see me mad because every time somebody is around me, I get mad. So if I have to protect them from me because I'm going through it in that moment by being around them, I don't know that I'm mature enough to say, yeah, let them be around the kids, because then that means I got to be around them. Because emotionally safe, Rado, is just as important as physically safe.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
So
but at the end of the
that's what I was about to say. I really feel like if you are not treating me well, you don't get to have access to my children, because if I can't trust you with me and my feelings, I can't trust you with my children. That's just me. That's how I feel. Because what reason would I have to believe you're going to treat them any different? If you can be disrespectful to me, why do I
So why
think
would
that
you
you
keep a
wouldn't be
person like that
respectful to me?
around then? Why would you keep a person like that around?
But you
yeah, like
didn't.
I
You
said,
broke
Which is
up with
why
them.
that nigga
Right.
is no longer here.
You
So
broke up with them.
because you know what? It doesn't always start like that. Because I'm sure if you were in a relationship with a nigga that was disrespectful, you wouldn't keep him around. But y'all been together a few years, this nigga start getting a little out of pocket. No, it just don't work like that for me. It for me personally, like I said, I ain't speaking for nobody else, but for me personally, if you can't treat me right, you don't have the option to be around my children. You don't have the option to be around the beings that came from my body, because I don't trust you. I just don't trust you.
It's the
And
same in the
but you
beginning
know
for
what? I
me as the
kind of
end,
see why
Charmaine.
now a lot of men say women feel like we are superior when it comes to the
No,
kids because
no,
it comes from our body, so we make that decision and
it's
stuff.
not that
But
though.
like at the same
If you are
token,
not their
we're not
father,
thinking
that's how I
about.
feel.
But so we just dismiss our children's feelings then. So that's what we're saying. We dismiss their feelings and
Sometimes you
emotions.
have to though. So when your child gets mad and storms off, talking about I hate you, and going to do a mumbling bitch,
That means I'm parenting right.
but exactly, but your children are not always gonna like the decisions you make for them.
Not
But
at all.
if your relationship comes to a point with this man that you feel like they need to separate from you, then why would you not
If
feel
he's
like
separated from me,
no,
yes. But you
hold
don't
on,
gotta separate from
but
my
then
child.
if you feel like
I
if
kind of want to
you
have Prado come up on a panel and give the male point of view a
I
little bit.
no,
I see both sides of it. I do see both sides. If you date
Prado, you gonna
somebody,
come have a conversation with us real quick?
uh, no, it's a female panel. I love you, Rada, but we
I
catch you on the
only say
co-ed.
that because
But
Rado is a logical, rational thinker.
I want my food. I don't care. I want my food.
And I want mine too, because I never forgot about that. I never forgot about that. So just understand that.
I get, but it's two factors to me with this. Now that she brought it back up, this question up again. First factor is I get that I have a child. You fuck up. That's why I asked what they mean by fucking up. But at the end of the day, whatever you fucked up, you still disrespecting me. You get no access to my kids because at the end of the day, you get access to my kids. You get access to me because I'm the mother. Mama Bear Boy is always gonna be on point, right?
I sent it. Go ahead and click the link.
And for me, exactly what Precious was saying, like, if in fact you pursue the relationship with my kid, right? Because let's not take it to relationships like boyfriend, girlfriend. I've had friends who my kids thought of as auntie do some wild, reckless shit and put my kids in danger because they couldn't stop dealing with the nigga that was abusing them.
That's different. You talking about putting them in danger. You talking about putting them in danger.
It's not, but
you're talking about putting them in danger. That's different.
You just say your child had to go through therapy, so that means
because he left without saying anything to her. What I'm trying to say is, if he would have stayed and kept talking to her and communicating with her, she wouldn't have went through therapy.
Okay.
She wouldn't have went through therapy. She went through therapy because he stopped communicating with her. She was texting him. He wasn't responding back. She's texting him like he knew she had her own phone.
Right.
She's texting him, Daddy, where are you? Are you coming home? Why are you not answering me? Did I do something wrong? My child went through that because he was not responding. If he responded back, he is.
Like he's an
If he responded back, she wouldn't have went through therapy. That's what I'm saying, putting your own child's mental at the same token, because sometimes, like Rado said, it don't have to be your blood to raise a child. Is what I'm trying to say.
Hold on. For the first time ever on Ladies' Night, we are going to let a man come up in our space and give his take on the subject. Precious, calm down, relax. We're going to give him a chance. Now, are we going to talk shit about him because he was supposed to make us food and never did? Absolutely. But we're going to give him a chance to say his piece.
Jesus. Good evening.
All I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave it alone for today. Now, tomorrow's a different story. I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave it alone for today. If you said you were going to do it, you should do it. If you weren't going to do it, then you shouldn't have said it. And you shouldn't have an issue with me bringing it up if you weren't going to do it.
I never stop you when you bring it up. I just dance around the subject.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, wait, time out. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm hearing you correctly, you want to fight.
No, I don't hit women.
Okay. So that's how I'm taking it. You just want to fight. It's fine.
I don't hit women. Hello, ladies. I just want to speak my piece real quick because I am.
You shouldn't want to speak your piece at all because you shouldn't be up here.
I love you too, Precious. You're my favorite.
No, don't mute me because if the men's got a podcast, the female don't pop up there, I'm gonna feel some fucking type of way.
I'll make sure you get on the men's podcast. I'll make sure.
I bet you none of us will.
I can make it happen for you. Speak my piece and let you beautiful women get back to what you was doing. So
he's not staying. He just speaking his piece and he going
I am a man.
You can't leave till we respond, bro.
I'm a man who raised a child that's not biologically his. My daughter is not my child. My son is my biological son. My daughter's not my biological son. I've signed her birth certificate, so legally she is my daughter. When I met my kid's mother, she was basically 1 year old, just had her father never around. We had a terrible breakup. I was a piece of shit. I will not deny it. We had a terrible breakup. Never abusive, verbally, perhaps, never physical. Shitty relationship. But I was in that child's life from 1 to 3 years old. She ain't know nobody as daddy but me. You know what I'm saying? So at that moment, my baby mother could have been like, yo, this nigga's a piece of shit. I'm not fucking with him. You can't be around my kid. Granted, she was pregnant with my son at the time. So she had to keep me in her life, but she did not have to choose to keep me in her daughter's life, which is my daughter now. So at this age, from 1 year old to 21, I've raised that girl. That's my daughter. She's in college now. She about to graduate. She don't know nobody else's dad. So I just say that to say, yeah, it's piece of shit niggas out here. So you have the right to keep your guard up. But be mindful, you can be depriving a child of someone that will take care of them, provide for them, and treat them like their own. Now, me and my kid's mother, that's my homie now. I get along with her. I get along with her husband. She had a boyfriend after me. She dated for 10 years. For 10 years, till my kids was like, so that make my son like 12, make my daughter 15. They broke up. That nigga's still around. He come to football games. He be at graduations. Great dude. So I say all of this to say, like, y'all right to be mindful, but there are men out here that will provide for your kids. My kids, they know I'm dad, but shit, they can go to Ruben to get advice. They can go to her husband Sam to get advice. They definitely come to me to get advice. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you may deprive a child of some shit that they need. Like I got 2 kids in college. One about to graduate a year early. Not saying my method made that happen, but it don't always equal bad. So sometimes just don't think it's gonna be the worst outcome. Because I was a piece of shit. And I'm gonna say it here, not proudly, but I'm just being honest with y'all.
Right.
If my kid's mother took
This
the
is what
stand y'all took,
accountability looks like.
So
you know,
Rado,
if
let me say
my
this.
kid's mother took the stand
I
y'all
still
took,
want my
who knows what happened? But I'm just saying, like, I was
So
really,
hold on, y'all. Hold on.
I was really a shitty nigga,
Hold
and
on.
she could have been like, well, fuck that nigga. Don't be around my daughter because you can't be around me, and that be that. But it worked out for the best.
So can I tell you why I feel like your situation is different? I feel like the only reason your situation is different is because you were actually having another child with her and you had already been in her daughter's life now, or in your daughter's life, excuse me. Now, if it were a situation where you just came into their lives and y'all never had another child together or anything like that, I feel like that's a different situation.
But that's why I gave you the example of her ex Ruben. He came in, they don't got no kids together. He came in when my kids was already of age, and that nigga, we just took a picture with my son at the football game. Me, him, my baby mother, her husband. Like, you feel like we just took a picture when my son graduated from high school and my baby mother was out of the country. We went to the field to get my son for senior night. This is what I'm saying. Like, I get what you're saying.
Can I say
But
something?
there are cases where there's good niggas out there, they just don't work out with you.
Rado,
Well, yeah,
I appreciate that, and if ever it comes to a situation in my life where I meet a nigga like you and I'm with a nigga like you, then no, I would never deprive my kids of a good person. The same way I said I didn't deprive them of my ex-husband's family. These are good people who want to be family. But we're just, you know what I'm saying? Like, if off the question, the reality is no matter what, y'all are broken up. You didn't break up because you got a baby with her. There are situations where those disconnections have to happen. You said, just like I'll admit, I was a piece of shit to certain niggas. Them separations have to happen in order for everybody to heal enough to be good parents.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? So for me, off the rip, if it's bad, then yeah, I have an ex-boyfriend who I'm cool with. So they're cool with him. And if ever they wanted to spend time with him, I would make that happen. But the reality is, I don't make it a point to keep somebody so close to my children to where they could get into a situation that somebody can turn them against or try to use them against me.
I respect
that. But the thing is that this is why I say it's adult problem shit. I totally get what both sides are saying, but for you to think that far, kids is not thinking like that. And honestly, on 9 times out of 10, you got Rado, one, A-Rack, that's on the pod. He also take care of a child that's not his, but that's his. There's a lot of people in the chat that take care of kids that's not theirs when they're not even with the person no more. Don't take away the kid from the other person because you person as the adults have a situation with the adults.
I think that there is a reason why
Because,
chaos
okay,
calls the
so
people
what I'm
in
saying,
this pod winners, though. We've all admitted that the men that are affiliated with this pod are
They
different
different.
than the men
yeah, but
who we
also
encounter
it's
on
not,
an everyday
but
basis.
it's a,
So I don't
but
necessarily judge
my turn.
the fucking dating pool
We're
based
not
on these
saying
niggas.
if your child see you getting knocked upside the head by the nigga and stuff like that. We're not saying keep her around that, right? We're of course we're not saying that. But say verbally, emotionally, he was just draining to you, right? Like my situation, he never physically hit me, but like he was emotionally draining. He was
Right.
emotionally like he was just horrible, right? But at the same token, so just because he was that to me, but he never displayed that to my daughter, why would I keep them away from that?
Because as your daughter grows into a woman who is modeled after you, she's going to start seeing the same things that you saw.
But as a
Who's
mother,
to say that person going to act
not
like
even
that
as
someone?
not even as a woman, but as a mother, that's what I'm supposed to do is mold her, teach her, show her the wrongs and the right, and hope she makes the right decisions.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
So
So
as a woman,
wait a minute.
yes, but as a
Hold up.
mother,
No, but
we're supposed to be
it's a
molding
difference
them.
between letting your child fall and pushing your child down. And if I feel
But
the
you're not
person
doing
is
either. But
detrimental,
you're not doing either in that
then
situation.
that's not parenting. That's just letting shit happen. In
Like
my
what?
opinion, parenting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Parenting is to me an honest plan in your head for what you want to do to create a responsible and productive adult.
All right. So
So
go ahead,
if in
finish.
fact you have people around you that are detrimental to you, why would you want to give your children the example of having to put up
I
with
got
somebody?
friends that sit out there and twerk and smash for money that I won't have around my child, or who not allowed to watch my child, who not allowed to do nothing with my child because of the way they are. But they still my friends. You know, I'm a root them more from the go get it. You know what I'm saying? But when they come here, I'm in the presence, right? But if I was with somebody who never ever showed or displayed that to my child, never ever displayed any type of aggression or anything to them, I'm sorry. Like personally, for me, like you said, Sheeta, for you, you wouldn't do it, but for me, I feel as though like it really takes a village, and villages nowadays are not villages like they were back in the days. Nowadays, like you can't do nothing, So if I have somebody who is trying to put that out there to my child, and like they always say, a daughter's first love is their father. So if I have a figure like that my child could latch onto and she has latched onto, I'm not about to take her away because already at a young age she's experiencing heartbreak from a male. She already did it once with her birth father. I'm not about to do it again because my personal emotional feelings is involved. That's just me.
So I said, I feel like your situation is different because
You just said that Toronto. What situation
I did.
is not
I said that
different?
Toronto too. But I feel like your situation is different because that person was in your child's life before she was even born. But this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say because we've been talking about this for like a half hour. We are going to agree to disagree because we all have experienced things that make us feel the way we are feeling about the situation. Like Precious feels away because of how her experiences was. Kristen feels away because of her experience. I do because of mine. Shar, you do because of yours. So we're never ever going to agree on this subject. Never, not ever. But I do appreciate everybody's opinion, and I love y'all just the same. And before we get out of here, I have one last question to ask everybody, and I'm going to pull you up one at a time. And Precious, I'm saving you for last on purpose. So here's my finish this statement. I really liked him until he
flew bitches halfway across the country to fuck them while we was married.
Damn.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be that serious, but
I mean, that's
all
a
right.
serious ass question. That's a serious ass question, sis.
Oh, okay. How did you respond to that? Because I wouldn't have responded to that well, especially not in my 20s.
I did.
I was a different person in my 20s.
I was in my 30s at the time. What had happened was I looked this nigga square in his eyes and I said, "Sir, we are married now. We did our fuckery."
Hold on, before you continue, let's not incriminate ourselves.
No, I'm not. I promise. So everything that I've done has been already, I'm accountable. So at that point, we're married now. We're not in our 20s no more. We're not fucking around and finding out. We building. So since you don't want to play by the rules, we're going to play by your rules and see who wins. I happen to have a 4-bedroom house and 2 cars and kids in college that I'm taking care of on my own, while he just moved out of his mother's house into a rooming house in Plainfield, New Jersey. So we gonna play the game. I'm a winner, and there's never anything left to do but what?
Win. You
see how we do?
Better say that.
Hey.
I love you.
I love you too. And for the end of the night, before you get to everybody else,
don't go nowhere just yet. I want you to tell us about what you got going on, but let me just get to them first.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Charmaine, I really liked him until he
asked me to eat his butt.
Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. That's a lot. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead and sip to that.
I'm gonna take a shot to that.
Go ahead and sip my water on that one.
Oh God. So it was a hood dude, you know, like straight hood dude. Everything was good. Like, you know, we was one day we getting it in. You know, he was asking to do the back door. I said that's an exit only. Okay, we don't play them games. Don't
try it. You'll love it. But
never,
go ahead.
Never. You know, a thumb or a tongue, maybe that's pushing it, but still no. But yeah, he one day he texted me and he was like, you know what, you have some very nice lips. If I pay you, will you eat my butt? I blocked him right then and there. And I blocked him on every single thing. When I seen him, I act like I didn't know him. He was calling me from blocked numbers. As soon as I heard his voice, I would hang up. We don't play them games. I like grown men. I like men. I like grown men, okay? If you are okay with getting on all fours or putting them legs up in the air and getting bit like a pretzel to get your booty licked, that's a problem. So no, yeah, I'm done.
Well, all right. Well, all right then. I'm scared to ask. Precious Martinez. I really liked him until he for those of us that don't, for the rest of the people that don't know what you're talking about, go ahead and explain. Go ahead and explain. I hate you. I hate you so much. And this is why I can't stand you.
If I gotta work myself to a nut and an orgasm, sir, I don't like you no more. Get off. Get out. Delete number. Never call again.
So what if shut up. Don't say another thing. Shut up. So what if oh my God.
Wrap it up right now. I swear to God, they both did.
So wait, let me ask you this. What if up until that point you really liked him, y'all was really vibing and all that? Or is it still
I'm cheating. I'm cheating. I'm cheating. I'm cheating.
So here's let me
I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh, this is fun.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop it. Don't do that. Don't do that. So let me ask you this. I feel like it's okay to teach. No, I did. I very much did. I feel like it's okay.
Teach what? Teach what? Teach fucking what? This is why. That's why my roles stay charged. The fuck?
Okay.
No. Teach what?
Because I feel like, you know what? It's never mind. You say how you feel. I respect your feelings.
Listen. If you coming with this or this, you better know how to eat the fucking box. Because if you don't,
I'm about to pull Charmaine up because I already know what she's gonna say. Go ahead and say it.
No. I don't even want you knowing how to eat the box, because at the end of the day, after I get my box ate, I want to smash. I'm still horny. I want penetration. So if you got this, what we about to do with that? And especially with what I got, what we about to do with that? You about to
listen. Compared to y'all three, I'm low level. This ain't sure good towards nothing.
This ain't nothing, okay?
So wait to first
come on, you can fucking teach.
So compared to Charmaine, we're
not talking about that. Like Precious said, we're not teaching nobody nothing. At this grown age, let me tell you, I am pushing 40, okay? I don't got time to be teaching nobody nothing. You better explore me, know what I like, figure it out. Okay, I'm not about to teach you how to do nothing because I'm not dealing with no little ass boy. Okay.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this then: if they come with this, okay, and I kept it light. If they come with this, right? If in fact they come with this, right? Off the rip, this is what they got. What we want to smash, right? And they're in there like, and then you sitting there like, nigga, is it in yet? At what point do we start teaching? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, at that
point,
I'm not a woman who's gonna fake it. Right, I'm not a woman who's gonna fake it. I'm laying there like, are we doing whatever? And then you can go home.
You're not getting that far.
You're not. Let me tell you, I want to see a picture before anything. I'm sorry, video. No, not even a picture. I want a video.
Video with the sound on. Video with the sound on.
I take pictures all the time. No, ma'am. I take pictures all the time. Niggas can take a picture. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Please
don't share
me.
And make sure it's motion. Make sure it's motion. Make sure it's not ashy.
No, please let it
not ashy.
No, ma'am.
And we don't want no turtlenecks.
Look, I don't trust no pictures if I can't see it in person.
We don't want no turtlenecks, okay? We don't want to have to pull nothing. You gonna
listen? When I say I can't stand y'all, I really mean it.
I mean, don't nobody want to have to do all of that. It's nasty shit in there. So I understand.
So let me just ask this and then we're done. We've been on here for 2.5 hours. Let me just ask this and y'all done, right? So you're not willing to throw your legs over your shoulder to let him try to get in there and try to do something?
No, I'm 46. Fuck you, nigga. Stop being childish. How the fuck we 46 and your dick is still in the 8th grade? No, get the fuck off me and go home. Fuck you.
First
No,
of all,
probably not even the 8th grade, probably like 5th. Who knows?
See what I'm talking about? No.
First of all, let's understand this. We get sexually frustrated. Females get sexually frustrated very easily than men.
Y'all heifers is
Period.
brutal. Y'all brutal.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I wasted my time at that point. I wasted my time. My time is an investment in getting a nut.
I'm already mad. I'm already mad. You about to piss me off. This is why bitches go to jail for murder.
And niggas
Nuts.
get mad at me because I will
Over
tell them they got a small dick when they're giving
Over
all
little dicks. Nobody's going to jail for murder over little dicks.
Listen, let me explain something to you about me. I'm fresh off my period. Pussy is shaved. You come to me with this, oh baby, we got a motherfucking problem.
And my issue
No,
is
hold on. 2
My
weeks.
body is not my body. I get one
before your
fucking week
period
and I
even
want to
come
get
on.
paid.
That's when you at your peak. 2 weeks before your period.
Exactly.
You
Ain't no
already-
way in hell.
her ovulation. Hell yeah.
Ain't no way. You got me fucked up.
You
Hell
better
no.
not. Don't
The
disrespect.
reality is
And then on top of that, let's honestly speak. Every last one of us is some dominating female. You come with that whack ass shit, bitch, get the fuck out.
Right.
And then that's
No.
all backup number 2.
Let me tell you, I faked enough in the past. I'm not about to be faking at 36.
And I feel like look, I feel like the prostitution
I done
industry
faked
is
enough.
available for all of you little dick niggas. Y'all can go pay some bitch to be bored in bed. If I'm fucking you for free, then you better do some shit that's worth it, nigga. Because
we're not talking about just head, okay? Because look, all right. You better know how to use the hips.
I'm not a lesbian. Look, I'm not a lesbian. I don't want just head.
I'm not. That hurts. That hurts. That's why
Nah,
there's
the
never
thing
a
is-
competition when it comes to a rose. There's never a competition because a lot of males feel like there's competition when it comes to a rose. No, baby, that's just a temporary solution, okay? It doesn't penetrate. It doesn't grab your throat. It doesn't talk to you. It doesn't talk you through it. No, there is no competition with a rose, okay? So just know that. Just know that.
Now, I've never used a rose before. I've never used a rose before, but everything else that
I'm gonna order you one. I'm gonna order you one. I got you. Don't worry about it.
Yes,
not
yes,
you, not
yes.
you. But I'm gonna order her one. Let me
Yeah.
explain something. A lot of people understand something. Girls play with toys because, you know, we get horny a lot. Y'all gotta understand the same way y'all dick wakes up in the morning time. Our pussy thrive throughout the daytime.
Facts.
So we wanna like bust a nut. But
Here's the
never, ever underestimate the fact that we want body pressure. We want to I want to get choked, hair pulled, smack my ass. I mean, I'm being a good girl.
Let me tell you,
Ran my shit.
Let me tell
Yes.
you
When
something.
you know I'm about to run, you better say, baby, I got you, baby. That
You
shit
better
going
put
to
my
squirt like
Don't even say nothing. Just
Hold
back.
back. Hold me tight. You know what? Oh my God, we still live. This is
Here's the
shit.
thing. Look, here's the thing.
So wait a minute.
Here's why. No. Here's why I don't fuck with toys. Because of everything y'all just said. Like, here's the thing. For me, I'm gonna walk around mad the next day, ready to punch niggas in the face because I wasn't choked. And so a toy for me is gonna just piss me the fuck off because all you do nigga. If I wanted to vibrate, I'd have kept my fucking beeper. Fuck you.
That's
that bullshit.
That's why I get the heated ones. That's why I get the heated
It's a
toys.
temporary solution.
I need heat. I get heated toys.
Hold on. Wait a minute. What you mean by that? What you mean by the heated one? Like, what you mean by that?
Don't be singling me out like this. People are watching.
You know what? We're gonna talk about this afterwards.
To me, my thing. I get heated toys because I like body heat. I want to feel your like if I play with my I hate A-Rex so much right now. So I get heated toys. I like body heat. I want body to body, skin to skin. So if I can't get that, I get a toy. I make sure my toys are like heated.
That's a
and
thing.
the new one, no, but the new one, the one I told you about, the new one, all three.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
You know what?
Baby,
You
that's
know
a
what?
thing. That's a thing.
And on that note, and on that note, um, we about to end this because I just done discovered something new, and we're gonna have to talk about that a little bit afterwards. But before we go, I want to bring up my Gooch fondling sister, and tell everybody what you all have going on.
So yeah, every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can view me on Chestnut Checkers podcast, where we chop it up about all sorts of events and ideas affecting our community negatively. The September, October edition of the Creators Kingdom magazine is about to drop as well. So please be on the lookout for that link on my page. Rare Sense Incorporated, my business, is always here and available to you as your personal life and style consultant. And there will be merch out soon. So keep your head up, and I'll see y'all on the airwaves. Mwah.
I almost never watch y'all live because I be in church on Wednesdays, Bible study.
Yeah,
but I do watch y'all afterwards.
Look, mine is Tuesday. That's the only reason why it's on Wednesday. But that's okay. We appreciate the love either way because they're always there to be watched. Go back, talk shit, put your comments. We love it. Absolutely.
You guys are amazing. I've been on a couple of shows listening in and stuff. Yeah,
I had fun with that a lot.
Yes.
But
yes.
she forgot to tell y'all her other trade. She also a travel agent. She didn't put that out there.
Oh, thank you, boo.
I need
so yeah, I'm a woman of many hats. So I do
yes, you are.
Agent. I will help you start your trucking business. I can get
let them know your resources.
Look, I am in the Georgia area, in South, like mid Georgia. I can get you a car. I can get your car fixed. Let me know what you need. When I say I am your life and style concierge, holla at your girl because I can get you everything, and including things we don't talk about live. I'll see y'all in these streets. It is what it is. Precious, I will say it ain't the same. I would need a heated body, a heated blanket, a heated toy, a heated fucking heating pad, and
listen, I'm gonna tell you.
I need a little belly.
I got a link.
So I don't know how to.
Right,
baby. I got a link for y'all. Listen, I got a link for y'all. Y'all gonna love me. I won't wait till after this is over. I've been searching.
Y'all are heathens.
Bitch, shut up. So are you.
Y'all are heathens. Oh my God. But absolutely, let me tell y'all something. I love each and every one of you. Y'all heathens, but I love you. But we've been on here for 2 hours and 37 minutes, and I gotta go to church in the morning. So before we go, I want to shout out Chaotic for bringing us together because of the Nothing Left to Do But Win community. I have met some amazing people. I have met people that have become my brothers and my sisters, and I will always and forever love them, except for Rado, because he said he was going to make me some food and he didn't do it. But I said I was going to leave that alone for today. So it is what it is. Yes, this has been Nothing Left to Do But Win presents Ladies Night Volume 4. And we will see y'all the next time if we don't get canceled, because these heifers over here talking about heated toys and all kinds of things. So with that being said, good night, and we will see y'all later.